hours of the morning, while the city sleeps, an uncommon band of heroes unites to fight the forces of evil.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, my sweet Jesus.
With Op.
I want to be known as notorious.
No.
Ack.
Everyone is always in my way.
Oh, you really are deluded.
And B-Cup.
Kind of fat-breasted and awful.
And surrounded by dullards.
Ben looks like poorly spliced film.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Whenever Steve yawns, it looks like the back of the Batmobile and it accelerates.
Pocketosis.
Eric, you're not going to cry.
Shut up.
And armed with superhuman powers.
He pulls his pants down and just starts leaking into someone's garbage can.
That's rule one.
How about if he gives you the old chin tap with his helmet?
That's all right with me.
They are living among us, average citizens, average heroes, quietly and anonymously continuing to make the world a better place.
Controversial talkers Opie and Anthony.
We are just dicks.
You better just sit back and watch.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
This calls for the old Billy Baroo. Billy. Whoa, Billy. The biggie.
Okay, terrific.
Tell him, Fred.
Stay out the bushes. Stay out the bushes.
Tell him, Fred. Tell him, Fred. Tell him, Fred.
Is that so? Who made you pope of this dump, huh?
Hello, fuckface. Hello, fuckface.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Let's do it!
Good morning.
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 Tell him, Fred.
Good morning.
My new favorite clip right here.
Tell him, Fred.
That's a Laszlo clip, and he's coming in to do the program a little later on with us. We
Yeah.
love when Laszlo stops by. Kind of a tech geek that likes to smoke a lot of pot, so yeah, can't go wrong with Laszlo.
I love the tech.
Love the high tech. Also, at 7:30, Carlos Mencia.
Ooh.
We should break out that audio from yesterday. Kind of bitched and complained that Carlos Mencia didn't come by and say hi. He is a friend.
That's true.
He's a personal friend of mine. Hung out a little bit during the hiatus, and I was kind of disappointed that he went on Hoo-Hoo's show and doesn't stop by to say hi.
Hoo-Hoo.
You know, we don't play the game. If you go on someone else's show, then you don't do our show.
Yeah.
We understand that our friends have to go out and promote, but when you go and do, Hoo-Hoo show and you don't stop by and see us, that's a real drag if you call yourself a friend. That's all.
When you're in town, why not?
So I got a
Hop
really,
on in.
really nice voicemail from Carlos. He was apologetic, and he wanted to take me out to dinner and all that stuff. So he's coming by at 7:30 to say hi.
Some wine on a hilltop watching the sunrise.
That was
Sunset.
That was Greg Brady. He didn't touch me.
I didn't say that.
Jesus, let's get that out of the way.
I never even... Wow.
You were part of that whole dilemma.
I wasn't there.
I had to call you, though, to make sure that it was on the up and up.
Sounded a little odd, that's all.
I didn't want some famous sitcom star hitting on me.
Yeah, it could be awkward, because you'd have to do it.
Yeah, right.
Because he's famous, you know.
Maybe you do it just for the story? I don't know. I'm not gay. I just did it for the story. Jesus, guys, calm down.
It's Greg Brady, for
Right.
God's sake. Have a story that'll last a lifetime.
No, he was married at the time with a little toddler running around.
Yes, he was. Of course.
We never got to the bottom of that story, huh?
No, his divorce?
They buried that little story.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
Because they looked like they were in love. I hung out with them a bunch of times and talked to his wife on the phone a bunch of times, and
yeah,
seemed like a very happy couple. And then it hit the magazines there, the rag magazines, that they're getting a divorce immediately, and that she wants supervision when he goes to see their son.
Yeah, which kind of means something.
Something bad happened.
Or at least she's trying to imply that it means something. I don't know.
Maybe she's playing hardball. But she doesn't need the money. She had all the money in that relationship.
Which relationship?
The
Greg Brady. Yeah. Barry Williams.
She was she's in like international banking or something.
Yeah, she's loaded.
Because I saw the house at the top of what the hell? Where does Ozzy live?
Hold on.
Oh, is it going down?
We gotta watch now.
Is it going down? Is it going down?
Should be. Oh no.
All right, we're cringing. Where is he? Where is he? Uh-oh. And there we go. Another assault on the media taking place live on the Opie and Anthony program.
An altercation.
There's an altercation in the background? Danny,
I saw something.
Our own Danny with the Opie and Anthony Spread the Virus sign on Channel 11 News live here in New York City.
What's the altercation?
I don't know. Somebody grabbed his sign and took it away from him.
Let's get Danny on the phone immediately.
Find out what happened there.
Wow, very good. Another assault on the media. Another successful one.
They can't take his sign.
Of course they can. Not. Ridiculous.
Hey, we got some exposure. There you go. WB11.
I hope they really roughed him up. Hope they punched him a few times.
Wow, that's great. There you go. Another assault on the media going down.
Hope they beat him until his hair was neat.
Some lame thing they're doing on WB 11 News.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of chicks out there and they're running or something down the street.
Hey, we got Danny. It just went down. Let's see what happened. Danny!
Hey, what's up, guys?
That was very successful. Another great assault on the media by Danny. Danny has done a lot of them, actually.
Yeah.
We send out Danny almost every morning. We discover a live shot, and then, Danny, drop what you're doing and go get your sign.
Danny, what happened?
Well, I guess the person that was producing that shot saw me coming with the sign, and she tried to grab the sign, and when that wasn't working, she actually physically put her arm on me to try and block me from getting into the shot.
Yeah.
So I just broke away from her, got into the shot, and then this other guy came over, and he was, violently trying to rip it out of my hands. I don't know if that made it on the air. But
yeah, I saw a little bit of the guy coming over and grabbing your sign.
We saw the...
It was ridiculous.
Do you have the sign still?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Is there any way you could get back into the shot, or you don't want to chance it?
No, they'll probably be looking for me now.
Yeah, I get it. All right. Yeah, they're on the sidewalk on 57th Street and Madison Avenue, I guess.
Yep.
That was great, though. We saw the Opie and Anthony Spread the Virus sign, and then Anthony saw some kind of slight altercation going on. And then they moved the shot over to the right.
Yeah, well, I'll have to review the tape.
Very good. Congrats,
Good
Danny.
job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Another great assault on the media. That's got to be at least 10 for Danny. At least.
I know. Danny's he wins in quantity. He wins in quantity. Just not quality. Although that was very good, but I would have liked to seen him jumping around right in the middle of everybody. We need a real buffoon, a real asshole to just get in there. Like that shot, the ideal thing, and I'm real brave talking, I would never do it myself, but we need somebody right in the middle to just jump up and down, and if someone tries to grab the sign, just stay in the shot and try to grab it away from them. Danny's a little laid back when it comes to that.
All right, very good.
Though.
Very good. Great way to start another Opie and Anthony show. On this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday, by the way.
It is Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
WOW is alive and well. All you have to do is get a WOW on the back of your vehicle. If you're a trucker, you could just write WOW in the dirt on the back of the truck.
Yep. Or you could get one of our handy-dandy stickers.
That's right. Send in a self-addressed stamped envelope, and we'll send the stickers out to you immediately. A lot of people checking in. Hanny from, the WB11 newsroom. Ha, ha, ha. Nice, guys. We got an insider that saw that and then thought it was really funny.
Oh, yeah.
So you send the self-addressed stamped envelopes to us here in New York City. We send out the WOW stickers immediately. It's 111 West 57th Street, New York, 10019, I think. And I believe that address is up on opieandanthony.com. If you don't want to play along with WOW, that's okay. A lot of faithful listeners just have the WOWs on their car just to show the support for the show as well, by the way.
Help spread that
But
virus.
basically, if you do have the WOW on your car, there are women out there, lots of them, that will flash you as you drive.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And also don't forget about RateMyWow.com, another website that Steve's running.
Yeah, Boobage. Boobage up on the
himself
site.
out on.
Whore.
He's getting a lot of new wow shots. So, God, I think I'll wake up by 8 o'clock. By the way,
what's the problem?
Did
you sleep last night?
Well, I think I dehydrated myself a little bit because I was I was skating in the park and stuff. It was only 90.
Wasn't it like 100 degrees out yesterday?
Yeah, it was about 95.
Yeah, that's great.
You know how much water you could lose in 40 minutes in the park?
Not if you're sitting in an air-conditioned living room drinking water.
So it was time for Betty Bye, and I have one of those headaches, little headache. I'm like, I need a good night's sleep because the night before I didn't get a good night's sleep. So I went into the medicine cabinet. There is stuff out there that just should not be legal.
It's great. Over-the-counter stuff.
The over-the-counter stuff is just amazing. How are they getting away with this crap?
Some good crap, man.
When we were growing up, you had, like, the NyQuil. But now, man, they got so much stuff to just knock you the F out.
What'd you take?
Tylenol PM.
I've heard about that, yeah.
I'm like, headache,
out.
little achy, and I need a good night's sleep. I'm going right for the Tylenol PM. I took one, dude.
That'll knock you out.
You're supposed to take two, but I was smart enough because I think the last time I was like in like a slight coma when I woke up. So I'm like, all right, I'll just take one.
So now you're all sleepy.
Holy crap! When the alarm went off this morning, I didn't even know where I was. And then I'm like, I thought I just went to bed.
But I just went to bed.
You ever get that feeling? It's very rare. You go fall asleep and then the alarm is like boom.
Yeah, you sleep so heavy right through the whole night
that it feels like
yeah.
you've been asleep for 10 minutes.
That sucks.
And then I just staggered around my apartment for like 40 minutes, and then finally came to work. Obviously, I was late because I was moving in slow motion today.
Yeah.
I feel a lot better now, but
well, you're drinking your Starbucks.
Yeah, that'll
your cafe.
That'll wake me up. So, but the stuff they got. It's ridiculous.
The cold medication is what screws me up. So I rarely ever take it. I had my cold last week. I didn't take anything because it knocks me out, and not even knocks me out where I go to sleep. It makes me so like woozy, like you feel like you have a high fever. You get that feeling.
Yeah.
Where you move your eyes around back and forth, and you're all kind of in a daze.
Where you got tracers?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't function.
You're not supposed to get tracers from cold medicine.
Cannot function like
Maybe
that.
if you drop acid or something, but
yeah.
But tracers from cold medicine?
No. I always liked the NyQuil. That stuff's pretty good. But that just knocks you out. You go to sleep. It takes care of the cold.
Right. We got some audio of a radio scumbag.
Who?
I was just...
Bruce Kelly?
We like Bruce.
Of course we do.
He gets it. He knows how to play.
This giant hog in his sweatpants. Is that picture up on any website yet?
I have to...
You guys send that over to...
I'm too busy greedily enjoying it myself.
Yes. You pop that picture up every so often on the camera and just look at it?
Yeah.
Let's say hi to John in Connecticut. John!
Yo, what's up, boys?
Hey, man.
How you doing?
All right.
Yeah, you're talking about that Tylenol PM shit?
Yeah.
I never see my father. I see him like once in a fucking blue moon.
Yeah. What happened there?
John.
Did his phone cut out?
It
or
had
did he
to.
hang up?
I have no idea. So anyway, we've been doing this assault on the media. It's a pretty creative thing, you know, that we've just taken to a nice level, right?
It's easy. It spreads the name of the show around on national television. I mean, why wouldn't you want to do this?
Right, and we're having a contest every month. You know, the best assault on the media wins a MiFi and a day in the studio with the show. That's the prizes for July. And then August, I think we're going to get even better prizes, okay?
Better prizes?
I think so, yeah. It's something we're going to continue doing. And this goes way back. We got a girl to flash on the Today Show with our WOW stickers on her chest. That was a huge, huge one. We've had a lot of huge, lots of huge assaults on the media, right?
Yeah.
And then I guess one of our biggest ones was when that stupid reporter, Arthur Chien, turned around in the middle of the assault on the media and said, "What the fuck is your problem, man?"
Yeah.
And it just exploded. That video is all over the world. You know, we got exposure in all the New York papers and a bunch of other papers across America. And Eric Logan Elo, he said it. He called us and was congratulating us on the idea and how creative it is and blah, blah, blah. He goes, but the problem is, you know this business, this is going to be the hottest thing to do in radio this summer.
People are going to just jump on it.
He goes, you understand that, right? And I'm like, no, come on, no. And sure enough, stations are starting to do this and try to make it their own.
Tell him, Fred.
I hate these fucking guys in radio. I hate them. There was a guy, Tonelli. I forgot the name of his show. He's in the San Francisco area, I guess.
Yeah.
Bay Area. When we did the whole WOW thing, he just took the whole fucking promotion and made it like it was his idea and his own thing. The WOW stickers were exactly the same.
Yeah, he took the logo and everything.
And just like, he has no pride. All of a sudden, he just takes the WOW concept, makes it kind of big in his area because he has a big show. No one knows where the damn idea came from originally. And then when that Today Show flashing happened, he's all over his show claiming that, it was one of his people that happened to be in New York and stuff. Fucking just a bunch of scumbags in this business.
That's what they are. Thieves.
So sure enough, Eric Logan was right. We got a show in Orlando that is attempting to do their own take on the assault on the media already.
Tempting.
Oh, shit. I did not just say that.
Well, it's one word. That's all I said.
Huh?
I just said one word.
I know, but I know where this leads.
No.
You're saying that the assault on the media, which is obviously an Opie and Anthony thing, you're saying that outside parties
were attempting to call this their own. Those parties need to be corrected. And any other personalities that attempt to do this promotion must also be corrected.
Can't roll my R's like that.
No? Corrected.
I'd do Grady all day if I could.
All right. Thank you.
Well, that only took 20 minutes.
That was 20 minutes. Come on.
Please just start the show tomorrow with the Shining thing so we can
right out of the way.
Yeah, so we could actually do a real radio show.
When do you think maybe we should do an assault on the media?
As soon as possible.
Let's say hi to Brian in Baltimore. Brian, what's up?
I just called and say that the two clowns on the radio show there are doing the same promotion you guys are doing.
The assault on the media?
Yeah, giving away prizes and stuff.
See, Elo was 100% correct, man. He said this would be taken by everybody in America.
Yeah.
And these guys have no pride. They're no fucking... They're just a bunch of scumbags.
Have some pride.
What's the name of the show that's doing it down there?
Big O and Duke.
Big O and Duke. Having fun with the assault on the media thing.
Yep.
Big O
and a lot of these guys will do it and just, call it the same fucking thing, too.
Yeah.
So I guess we got audio of a show in Orlando.
Really?
Yeah, listen to this.
Green or something.
No.
Fairway.
No.
Here's Chuck on Real Radio. Chuck.
Hi.
Another one of these fucking guys with the
voice.
Hey, here's Chuck on Real Radio.
I'm going to try this out as real as possible with this fake voice.
How you doing?
Hey, Chuck.
Yeek.
What's the name of the show again in Orlando?
I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, hi, how you doing?
Okay.
The reason I'm calling is I've noticed on Fox News and on CNN, one of the big things lately is they all have windows behind them.
Right.
And, people are always on their cell phones calling home and waving and everything. Well, I thought it'd be a good idea to send Tuttle up there with a Karl Rove mask and have him stand behind Fox News giving a thumbs up and cheering him on.
It's not a bad idea. We're about ready to do that Newsbreakers thing. This is where these goofs show up at local news stories and stand behind the reporter doing a live report from out in the field. Just because so much of the stuff is just corny, cornball.
Doesn't apply to anybody.
God.
This is our fucking break that we did like a month ago.
Come on.
It's Jim Phillips?
This isn't even a Tell 'em Fred. This is legit. Come on now. Oh.
Big O and Duke hand out... Oh, Big O and Duke are the guys that hand out the O&A WOWs. They're actually fans of the show.
Oh, that's why the name didn't ring true. Those guys are the Baltimore. Yeah, they're fans.
Wait, have them call the show. What are they doing, though? Are they doing the assault on the media thing? And if they are, they got to,
But let's not confuse. Now, everyone's going to get confused. What you were just hearing was not Big O and Duke. No.
This is a guy in Orlando.
Yeah. People are going to get confused and think they're doing the assault on the media. Newsbreakers, they call it, Opie. Newsbreakers. Because they, I guess, break in on the news.
Doesn't apply to anybody.
Exactly.
Nonsense.
So what I have to do is clear with, I'm going to have to inform management that this is what I would like to do. Number one, so I own it. So nobody can rip me off.
Oh, my God,
you fucking cunt.
Oh. So I own it, so no. You're a little too late there, my friend.
This is what
Wow.
fucking happens in radio every single fucking day.
This is radio.
Right here.
This is the world
right
we
here.
live in.
Right here.
So I can own it. You dick.
Jim Phillips.
You nerd.
Jim Phillips has been doing this like talk radio in Orlando for forever and really hasn't made a name for himself. What's his number? 888-978-1041. He's on in the afternoon.
Hey, there you go.
3 to 7 p.m. Attack.
Give it out a little slower, the number.
888-978-1041.
Let her rip.
Listen to this scumbag.
Doesn't apply to anybody.
Exactly.
Nonsense.
So what I have to do is clear with, I'm going to have to inform management that this is what I would like to do. Number one, so I own it. So nobody can rip me off.
He's kidding, right? We've
Gotta
got
be
national
kidding.
exposure out of this.
It's already, we've already gotten one of these idiots fired.
We've gotten national exposure over this.
Yeah, and we've been in the papers, on the news. Just
And then
stop.
another pussy that's not actually real. He's got to go clear with management and stuff.
Yeah, have fun.
Well, you can rip me off, I don't care, but I want to be the first to do it. And number two, I want...
This is not happening, right? This is not happening.
Oh, dear Lord Jesus, this ain't happening, man. This can't be happening, man. This ain't happening.
Oh, Bob Kelly audio.
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? It's some real pretty shit now, man.
Exactly.
This is not happening.
Body
Exactly.
nonsense.
So what I have to do is clear with, I'm going to have to inform management that this is what I would like to do. Number one, so I own it. So nobody can rip me off. Well, you can rip me off, I don't care, but I want to be the first to do it. And number two, I want them to know what I want to do, and they may raise some objections, but do it anyway.
You have the article so they can understand where you got the idea from.
Yeah, exactly. I have a couple of articles on it. We've talked about it on the program.
Talk to the guy.
We talked to one of the newsbreakers, and our idea to start off with is to get Tuttle, get in him some regular satin boxing shorts. I mean, the real deal. Maybe one of those fancy cups. We get him some boxing shoes or whatever you call them.
Those booties.
Yeah, we can find those. We'll get them.
He's talking about there was an article on Newsbreakers in the New York Times. It's a little local bunch of guys in Rochester that sort of do the same thing.
Yeah.
But it kind of started at the same time. Not even at the same time. We started this way before the Newsbreakers hit the media with this thing. Like I said, we go way back to getting our signs on the Today Show and the girl flashing with the WOW stickers and stuff. And then, then there was this little side thing that started with these guys, the Newsbreakers, that get goofy on local newscasts. And they were mentioned, and we were mentioned in the same New York Times article. This guy knows damn well that we've been doing this.
So I own it.
You could kind of hear the guilt in his voice.
Running past the boss, even if he says, no, I'm just such a rebel. I'm going to do it anyway.
You could hear the guilt in his voice because he knows that we're going to call him out on it.
Cups. We get him some boxing shoes or whatever you call them.
Those booties.
Yeah, we can find those. We'll get him some big gloves. The big fat ones.
Like big kangaroo.
And then put a towel around his neck. And what we'll have them do is show up at some of these live news reports that they're doing out of the field, especially some of this innocuous, ridiculous junk that they're reporting from, and we'll just have him.
Stop! Isn't that what?
What are they going to have him do? This is getting funny. The outfit's kind of funny though, the boxing outfit.
Dude, why bother being creative on the radio when this shit's going to be taken by a million other people, and then no one knows where it comes from? This is the exact break we did months ago.
Some of this innocuous, ridiculous junk that they're reporting from, and we'll just have him.
Plus the fact this guy is on XM, so he obviously has XM, and he probably listens to our show.
stand behind the reporter as they're doing the report shadowboxing.
With no one, just doing right
Yeah,
there.
we might have something. Just shadowboxing. Just, punch.
Shadowboxing.
Hook.
Shut up. Shut up.
And might have something on the gloves. I don't know.
A word like.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be a self-promotion for the program or the radio station, but it might,
What was it? Fight truth or fight?
Yeah,
what
or
was it?
get real.
Yeah.
He's got every right to be there. If there's you can't. Well, you can shoo him away all you want, but as long as he's not touching anybody, as a matter of fact, he can get in front of the reporter if he wants to.
Oh, God, this guy.
But as long as he's not touching equipment or touching a reporter, touching a cameraman, he can do whatever he damn well pleases.
No pride.
I can't wait. I am hoping I can get the blessing of management. Because, it's all about press. It's all about, and
we'll figure out where they are. I know for sure this morning we would have had no trouble because they were at some ridiculous, sad somebody was killed, whatever.
Ah,
there was some murder
ridiculous.
that nobody, it had no impact on anybody. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, all three stations were there like it was the biggest deal. And they didn't have anything to show in the background for
and
going
if they're there
live.
at the morning, there's a very good chance, of course, they're going to be there for
we'll
the
be
noon.
Able to tell,
they're going to be there at noon as well.
So
or if it's a big story at noon, we know that they're going to have a live shot at 5.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, we can determine for ourselves if we want to what we think is legitimate news. But most of this stuff when they're out in the field is just stupid stuff. It's just ridiculous.
And it happened 10 hours before, and they're still out there. And
so we'll get Tuttle out there, put a towel around his neck, and he just got in shadow box.
Teeth.
Yeah, exactly. The big mouthpiece
the
up
big
there.
the guard.
It's the Phillips File on Real Radio 104.1.
What a dick.
Just
what
nail
a
this
fucking
guy.
dick.
Nail this guy to the wall.
Hey, Jim Phillips, you obviously listen to the Opie and Anthony show every day on your XM, huh? Cocksucker.
Do they have a website anywhere? There's got to be a website, too, that maybe people go post on.
Dudes, call out the Army and don't let up. Don't make this a day thing. Just keep pounding him
Hammer
and
this
pounding
guy.
him and pounding him and pounding him until he calls our bosses behind the scenes like they all do and try to make us stop.
This is a top priority, troops.
What a fucking scumbag.
Give out that number one more time so everyone's got it.
888-978-1041. He's on from 3 to 7 p.m.
3 to 7
douchebag.
Eastern?
He's a douchebag.
Is it Eastern time, 3 to 7?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just let it rip.
He's
no
a
mercy.
douchebag.
Oh, wait, Eric, it's WTKS.com. Now, is his site, his message board or site there?
Everything's right there.
Everything's there. WTKS.com. Jim Phillips.
There you go.
And the whole working with him. Jesus, shut the fuck up. You have nothing interesting
Another
to say.
nothing to contribute whole.
You have nothing to contribute. Will you shut the fuck up? We should put you in a dunking booth like Howard does. Ugh. What a douche. That's the same station as Shannon Burke. Remember that douche?
Yeah, Real Radio.
And it wasn't the Monsters of the Midday or they're now in the morning. What are they doing?
What are they? They just call themselves the Monsters now.
I don't know.
They don't know where they are. Monsters of overnight.
Well, we got reports yesterday that it was the Monsters doing the assault on the media, but it's this Jim Phillips douchebag.
Yeah.
And you could hear in his voice. You could hear the
He
guilt.
knows.
You could hear the guilt. He knows where the idea came
He
from.
can't commit to owning it.
And he was trying to cover his ass.
Yeah. No one rips me off. He's got to say that a little too much, you know?
A little too much.
Because he knows.
What a guy! Just like Elo said.
Yep.
Said this bit will pop up all over the country now because of you guys.
Just like Elo said. A little off the top. Oops.
What? Oh, God.
I got a question, though.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried.
Why?
Are you guys going to fire me and hire Tuttle?
Well, I don't see you getting in boxing shorts.
It's a funny
and
bitch.
shadow boxing. I just don't see it.
Big gloves.
Big gloves, little Jimmy sitting there throwing out some jabs. Maybe something written on the gloves. I don't know.
Here's something cute about the Jim Phillips show. The female is Italian playing a New York Jew.
Oh, really?
Ew.
Is that it? Playing a part?
She's just a hole that has nothing to contribute.
Nothing.
Let's not go down that road. Now, let's slow down, Jim.
Skirt.
Dude, does that audio go right through you?
Yeah.
It's this exact same break we've been doing over and over again.
Just stop.
All right. Carlos Mencia, Get Carlos in here. He's got to leave by 8 o'clock.
Oh, he does?
Yes. Carlos wants to stop by and say hi. Carlos! Sorry, we got off on a little rant this morning.
I heard you get all pissed off. You fucking cunt! You cunt!
Hey, it's satellite radio. You might as well take advantage of it sometimes, man.
Who are you talking about?
This fucking guy that does a talk show in Orlando, Jim Phillips, decided to take one of our very unique bits and make believe that he just came up with the idea on the spot.
Yeah.
We understand the creative process. We understand sometimes it's, the people are doing the same thing, and you know what I mean? But there are times that it's so obvious that it's something that somebody started, and then to just go and make believe that someone else didn't do it before you is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
We love the blatant self-promotion of our show. So we have freaks grab signs that say Opie and Anthony on them and get behind the live shots for the news cameras.
We've been doing this for years.
All over the country. We have our listeners doing this.
We've been having guys dress up in like costumes, like Gumby costumes and
the
what
gorilla.
have you. The gorilla.
Cat battle.
We had a girl WOW on the Today Show about 4 or 5 years ago with WOW stickers on her chest. Mm-hmm. And, and then we got a reporter fired recently because we're in the middle of doing one, and it was very tame. He was at the top of the subway steps doing a report on the subways, and all of a sudden he heard someone behind him with a sign screaming Opie and Anthony. So he turns around and goes, "What the fuck is your problem, man?" Live.
Oh, that guy was. I didn't know that. I heard about that guy.
Yeah, that was part of our show.
Got fired.
And that got us pretty much international. Not pretty much. It did. It got us international attention. That story went everywhere. And our big boss goes, congratulations for the exposure, blah, blah, blah. It's a great bit. But I want to prepare you. Every radio guy now is going to steal this bit this summer. And sure enough, the first one has come in from this guy in Orlando.
And whatever, but he is just shameless with it. And he's saying how he's got to check with the boss and get this all, in place quickly so nobody rips him off, he says.
No way.
Yeah.
He's already acting like it's his?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's just disheartening. And I guess it's in any business, especially things like comedy and anything creative. You're going to get that crap.
Are we taping Channel 11?
Why are they filming a shitter?
I'll tell you.
Why?
Because it's a story we did on this show. Did we just tape Channel 11?
Was it the guy that was in there?
Did you hear about the guy in the shitter?
No.
This is one of the best news stories to hit in, the last, 10 years.
What happened?
Good one.
This guy got caught hanging out in, those porta potties?
Yeah.
But they're really nice, I guess you see them at campsites and stuff. And it's an actual toilet, but, there's no plumbing. It just you just shit into a hole, whatever.
A big hole.
And it has, kind of an outhouse around it.
But it's a nice hole. Right.
Yeah, it's nice and stuff.
Yeah.
This guy, somehow got down in with the shit and was hanging out there as girls were taking dumps to take a look. And he got caught.
That's a commitment to looking at gash. That really is.
On a level that I could never understand.
No, that guy just needs to see pussy.
And when the story when the story broke, when you do morning radio or whatever, there are stories that break and you're like, all right, come on, that's got to be fake. And a lot of times they are fake, right?
Right.
This one turns out to be as real as could be. The guy was caught hanging out, and we're trying to figure out how he got down there. We think he actually had to go through the toilet.
He had to.
Because those toilets are sometimes very big when you lift the seat up.
We're in a day and age where electronics are very small and very affordable and can be planted anywhere.
Right?
Instead of putting your own head in there, why not just get a camera from Radio Shack, a little wireless camera? You can hang up at your car and just look at as much ass on the toilet as you want.
And have proof for your friends.
Yeah. You
know
can
what I
snap
mean?
off pictures of it and shit, of course.
Yeah.
This guy's putting his body in a shit vat.
He's a shit freak. Don't kid yourself. There's no way that guy's in all that stuff and he's not a shit freak.
You don't just do that to see ass and pussy.
I don't think.
I don't even think it had anything to do with ass and pussy. No, I think that was all. I was trying to look at pussy. I think he was in a shit. He was like
nice hot chick sits down on the bowl and you're like, hey, get out of here, leave me alone.
Exactly.
Just wallowing in this shit.
Come on. What guy? Seriously. I've done a lot of crazy shit for who would jump in a batter of shit?
Right.
Nobody.
Well, we're thinking that it was a batter of shit. Maybe it was a new hole, and there's just a few little piles so far.
I don't care if it was brand new and no one had been in there yet. It's just somebody's going to come in and take a shit. You're going to be in there.
Yes.
And how could you? I don't know. How could you withstand the smell?
Because he was into that. I'm telling you. Put everything together. That guy was a shit. He was a shit freak. You gotta be.
Yeah.
You can't jump in there without that. That's the first thing that came out of his mouth. The fuck you doing down there? Looking at pussy? You know what I mean? That's what happened.
Yeah.
There's no way, dude. This guy was in there. He was in there for other reasons, dude.
Well, there's they just did an update. That's why when they showed that outhouse, it was obvious it has to be that story.
I would guess, but who knows?
And then, although I think that maybe the Animal Farm might be even better than the shitter story now.
That's a good one too.
We've still we haven't gotten too deep into that story yet.
What's the Animal Farm?
Yeah, you hear about that guy? He got killed having sex with a horse.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
In Seattle?
He was there, and we thought perhaps he was behind the horse having sex with it.
That's
what
I thought.
Kicked him. No, this guy was under the horse, getting fucked by it.
And the horse fell on top of him?
No, it ripped up his insides.
Good.
You ever see the size of a horse?
Yes, of course. I lived on a farm for a while.
Yeah.
Who would fuck?
And
A horse guy wouldn't fuck a horse.
Yeah, this guy just bent over underneath, let the horse drive it home, and I don't know, what did it hit, like his liver or something?
Yeah, it just destroyed his colon, or I don't know.
Perforated colon he died.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And then it turns out that this farm was used for that.
Yeah, I heard about that. That they had some site that said, "Come if you want to bow an animal
yeah.
or something."
Do they like a happy little farm? You go down
think
there.
They
and
hand you a menu
chicken.
or something?
Would you like a chicken or?
Yeah. You
Oh, dude, that's disgusting.
Try the
man.
beef today. I hear it's good.
Little menu with your options, you know.
They walk around and go, "Now sheep is the preferred. It looks like pussy."
That's what they say. By they, I mean me.
Today's special.
Yeah, what's on the special menu?
Rooster ass.
You hear those rumors all the time that they snap the chicken's neck right when they're ready to come.
Well,
then the chicken starts. Yeah, they starts shaking.
Well, see,
convulsing.
That sucks, dude. You're gonna fuck a chicken, then you're gonna kill it. That's not right, man. That's just not right, dude.
You've had enough of the chicken that you're fucking it.
Fuck it, and we'll just walk around ashamed for the rest of his life.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. Let it go to therapy. There's recovering, dude. You don't just fuck it and kill it, man. Well, it shakes. Well, how about you shake it when you come? What about that? The poor animal, man. I mean,
Yeah. You what are you doing? You doing ESPN after this?
Cold pizza.
Oh,
What's
cold pizza.
What is that?
That's like the ESPN morning show.
Oh, cool.
Is Kane involved with that one?
Kane was involved. I don't know if he's still doing it. And then the chick from Road Rules.
Which one?
One of the first Road Rules. Kat or something?
Oh, I remember her.
She's actually
she hot?
She's
wasn't bad then.
She's a cute little I don't know, what do you call them? Like she's
What do you call them? I don't know. I'll be
short and cute.
Start with an N.
Slightly chubby.
Does it?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Actually, I think she's
those
Irish.
people.
She's a cute little one of them. Yeah. What were you saying?
She's like what is the word? A pixie.
Oh.
She's a pixie. They're kind of cute.
Little petite?
Not petite, short.
Was she she wasn't the Australian one, right?
The Australian broad?
Yeah, from
No,
Road Rules.
she's like black Irish, man.
Really?
That's what I'm going with.
I knew there was black in there somewhere.
Yeah, the way he was beating around the bush and not really getting to the point.
It's satellite radio. Let it out.
His white guilt just stacked up.
She's got
Didn't
those
wanna say it.
big Irish eyes, black hair.
That's
short.
like that bit. I forgot what show it was on, but they were trying to describe some guy around the office and wouldn't just say it's the black guy.
Right.
The guy who wears glasses.
Right.
The smart guy, the guy that did, and it would be so easy to just go, it's the black guy.
But
you
nobody
don't
wanted to say
You
it?
don't want to say it like that.
Why not? It's the black
you
guy.
can't because you're white. If you're white, you can't just say that because then it kind of lets people know that that's the only way you see him. The best way to describe him is the first thing that comes, and you shouldn't be seeing him as a black guy. You should be walking around and just seeing him. It shouldn't enter your mind to think, oh, the black guy. You should be like, oh, the hard worker guy. The guy that brought the reports in a day early.
I would have been like the guy with the big cock. That guy? The one who likes chicken? Is that the guy you're talking about?
Oh, the one with the lantern in his hand.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We're always a
The
mess
guy that
like
brings a
that,
thermos
though.
filled with red Kool-Aid? Yeah, of course I know that guy.
You just can't talk like that anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know what? We did a thing on the show where we went and asked black people what's the difference between the word nigga and nigger.
Mm-hmm.
And basically there is a difference, but white people can't say either of them, period, end of story,
Right.
no matter what.
Yeah. Well, those are the rules that have been laid down.
Yeah, which is funny because you ask black guys, what's nigga? And they're like, it's just a friend. It don't mean anything bad.
Yeah.
Can white people say it? Absolutely not.
No.
Period, end of story.
Yeah, but the people that see, that's the odd thing, is the people that the word is, they get hardest hit by it, they can't make up the rules for who's using it or not.
Right.
You can't make it, if it's you, if the word is being used against you, you can't all of a sudden say, you can't use that word.
Right.
No.
But
we
the thing
use it,
is
but
that
now we got to use it driving by very quickly in our cars with the window down for a second.
But the funny part was I interviewed people that was like, look, 85% of rap is purchased by white people.
Yeah.
And about 95% of rap has that word in it. Can
Yeah.
they sing it? And they're like, they can buy our albums, but they can't fucking sing it. Not around us. Period. End of story. I was like, that's gotta suck to be white, dude.
That's the bit you gotta do for Comedy Central. You gotta get
You
gotta get a nice ride with a white kid cranking up the rap songs and just singing along really loud in a ghetto.
What we did was we had these really old guys who have no idea what rap is reading the actual lyrics to some of those songs.
That's pretty funny.
So we got an old ass guy going, "Ma niggas, yay, nigga." Dude, it's the funniest shit ever, dude. And they have no idea what they're doing.
Can we get a clip of that? We'll play it on our show.
We haven't actually.
Oh, you haven't aired it yet?
No. But
all right, we'll
I'll
get
send it to you guys. Yeah.
Send it to us, and it'll be a nice promotion for the show because that
I'll
sounds
send
like.
it to, oh, dude, it's
that
so
sounds
funny,
like
man.
something I'd like to hear. Oh, guys,
it's so funny.
How
bro.
they treating you over there, Comedy Central?
Dude, Comedy Central's cool, but they have they have lawyers.
Yeah.
And the lawyers are the ones that serve as censors because it's not about the FCC. It's about like who's going to sue them.
Right. See, it's not even about just federal regulations anymore.
No. So, dude, horrible. Those guys, horrible.
Standards and practices.
Lawyers
Horrible.
are so good with comedy.
Unbelievable.
Assholes.
You don't have to tell us, man.
This week, check this out. Tonight, we bring back the ghost of Johnny Cochran in some piece that we do.
Ooh.
And I talk to him, and I ask him a question, and he's like, I'm just an old nigga that died. And, dude, those lawyers ran out. I mean, literally ran out and went, he can't say that. And I was like, I didn't tell him to say that. And he's like, no, I'm black. I can say it. They're like,
what was
no.
their reasoning?
They were like, that's offensive. And he's like,
Yeah?
I'm black.
So?
But he said, I'm black.
Yeah.
It's not offensive to me. They're like, no, it's offensive to black people. He's like, it's offensive if you say it, but it ain't offensive if I say it. And she's like, well, you can't say nigger. And he's like, I didn't say nigger. I said nigger. That's different. She's like, no, it's not. And he goes, bitch, how the fuck are you going to tell me I'm black, what's offensive to me, and what two words are when I invented the fucking word?
Well, that's exactly it. They know what's offensive. You're not smart enough to realize what's offensive
Right.
to you, so we can tell you what's offensive.
And it's funny because that's what I said. I said, you're being a fucking racist.
Right.
And she's like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, yeah, you are. You're
Yeah.
telling the black man he's too stupid to figure
Right.
out what's offensive to him.
That's how they operate.
So you got to be. And she's like, well, you can't say it. So that's when I said, all right, I got to go out and do nigger because this is ridiculous. We have to say this word on the show.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
You should have Johnny Cochran come out. You lift a lid. You lift the top of his skull up and eat pudding out of his head. I do believe toward the end.
Lawyers are ruining it for everybody. I'm telling you. We lived this game.
Oh yeah, they would
At
always.
WNEW,
They'd
when
always
we're
come
syndicated.
at us with what we couldn't do, and
I'm like, but
the reasoning
this
was
has nothing to
ridiculous.
do with
If
the
there ever was
FCC.
reasoning, yeah, it used to be just adhere to FCC regulations, and that's it. If someone's offended, fuck them. That's what this is all about. Now they're so afraid of interest groups and boycotts and
They're afraid of PETA.
lawsuits and PETA.
They're afraid of PETA.
Who's afraid? Why are you giving these guys any credibility? By not doing things to not upset PETA, you're giving PETA credibility and giving them power that
Right.
they're now going to use on someone else.
We were going to do a CSI, like a fake CSI. It was going to be a CSI Korea, where there was going to be a dead body and the guy had been mauled, but we couldn't tell what animal it was. And then the guy like takes a bite of a piece of the animal that was there, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's a German Shepherd or whatever." And he's an Asian guy, and it was going to be CSI Korea. They're like, "You can't do those. No, can't do that joke." We're like,
you kidding
why?
me?
What a nightmare.
What? The guy's Korean, and he's telling her, no, we eat dog, and this is what we call it, Chin Chow or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, she's like, well, but you can't talk about eating dogs. And he's like, but this is in Korea, and they eat dogs in Korea.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, PETA. Well, then fucking PETA should go to Korea and do their shit over there instead of telling us not to do the jokes.
The lawyers just need to stay out of comedy. It's ridiculous.
It sucks, dude. It's horrible. I mean, we get away with a lot of shit, don't get me wrong, but we got to fight a lot of it.
Yep.
And it's all the lawyers. And the funny thing is,
we fought every day with our show. Every day. And there were bits we had we knew were home runs. Sometimes you just know. You're in the zone. You're like, this is such a home run, it's not even funny. And then all of a sudden the lawyers get involved and it's like, oh, my God, are you fucking kidding me? Next thing you know, they take some of your best material away from you. And then as a creative person and doing a show like this, you're like, oh, shit, now we have to do this bit that we don't want to commit to.
It's half-ass and it's gay.
Yeah.
Because people are
go to Plan B.
People are asking us, will you guys ever go back to commercial radio? I don't really see how that's possible now. Now that we have this freedom, we don't freaking talk to lawyers anymore.
Right.
We had a lawyer that signed the contract and watched us sign the contract. That's the last time I've seen her. She doesn't call.
And on commercial radio, it was just constant letters from lawyers and trading emails and read this because you're too stupid to figure it out by yourself.
We can't even say homo. Can't say homo.
Right.
And I was like, homo is short for homosexual.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about like, all right, I understand this fag.
They're so
I understand.
scared of offending gay
don't
people.
Say homo. So then what I did was I went on stage and I said I can't do jokes about gay people. But the way I look at it, if you can take a penis, you can take a joke. And that was my way of getting the joke in.
Yeah.
So I got it in anyway, but still, it's like, I can't say homo? You got to be kidding me.
You can't say fag or faggot, even if it's in terms of, you're calling your friend, who's wimping out on doing something. Don't be a faggot.
Yes.
You can't say that.
Cannot. They didn't even want us to bring back the ghost of Johnny Cochran. And I was like, you got to be kidding me.
It's going to upset Johnny Cochran?
Joke.
Who's going to get upset?
Said,
OJ?
Well, the black people are going to get upset. And I was like, why the fuck are they going to get upset? It's a joke. It's a fake fucking guy.
Oh.
He's going to come in and tell rhymes. He's going to rhyme about court cases.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding. I'm like, fuck that. We're doing it. I don't care. I don't give a shit. So we brought him out.
Hey man, since Chappelle is gone, are you guys like? I mean, you guys are like now.
Now that fucked us. See, everybody thinks that was a good thing. That fucked us. It fucked us hard, dude.
Did it?
Fuck yeah, big time.
How's that?
Well, I mean, when we first came up with the concept of the show, they were like, man, this is funny, and you know what? Even beyond that, we have a perfect place for it. Right after Chappelle, we have no real ethnic comedies on this show. You, right after Chappelle, would be awesome. And Chappelle premieres on Tuesdays, but then repeats on Thursdays. So we were going to go on after the repeat of the first episode on Thursday, which got like a 3 rating. Whereas to right now, we're following a rating of a 1.4. Do you know what I'm saying? Boned us, dude, hard. We were the 3rd best rated premiere in the history of the network. But if we would have followed Chappelle, we would have destroyed that.
Yeah, that would have been a nice
big
lead-in.
What's the lead-in for you?
South Park, but repeats of reruns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not, you know what I'm saying? Not even like original show.
Like first runs.
Yeah, nothing like
and
that.
And South Park has seen better days. Obviously, the ratings are nowhere near where they used to be.
Yeah, I mean it was, and then you get the diehard Chappelle guys that are like, why are they trying to replace you with Chappelle? I was like, dude, that fucked me too. Don't send me emails about I'm trying to replace him. Jesus Christ, I'm pissed off too. It sucks, dude. It's horrible.
Well, we got the outhouse story. You want to go to it?
Yes, I want to hear that.
I don't even know. It's just the update on the guy here.
Police in New Hampshire now know why a man was busted inside a woman's toilet. Gary Moody was found inside the waste tank of a woman's outhouse. Get this, guys, it all happened at a rest stop in Maine. Moody says he was looking for his wedding ring when a girl found him inside. He was too embarrassed to actually come out. Moody has since entered a not guilty plea to trespassing and disorderly conduct. No ring was actually found, by the way.
No
what do you
ring
guys think? You think he was?
No, I think if you believe that one, I got a bridge in Brooklyn, I'll sell you.
Yeah, maybe he was up to a dastardly deed. hanging out with
I
women.
think he was up to a dastardly deed, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of filthy, don't you think?
Disgusting.
In the turlet?
Right.
In the turlet?
The
I used
loo.
to have a neighbor that used to say that. In the,
The
turlet.
turlet. Archie Bunker used to say that.
Oh, Jesus.
It looks like Eric Logan.
We got pictures of Gary Moody here, toilet man. Wow, that is something. He said he lost his wedding ring.
Right.
Which is really funny because he's married. Now it's got to go home. Imagine having to go home to your wife and tell her why you were arrested, that you were in a goddamn toilet.
I'd imagine if you did drop your wedding ring in an outhouse toilet, whatever,
Yeah.
you would definitely go in and get it, because the hell you would get at home if you don't come home with your
but
wedding ring.
Let me tell you something. You drop it in there, you're going to get a stick or something, a wire,
Right.
anything. You're not crawling into the
No.
shithole to get your ring out.
Obviously, he's covering his ass, but you can see where a guy would actually go through that to try to retrieve it.
Yeah, if you drop your ring in there and your wife doesn't understand why you didn't go fetch it,
yeah,
divorce that bitch.
But she's
Seriously.
But she's not going to believe you, is what I'm getting at.
Oh, maybe not, but
Imagine the dialogue. You come home, where's your wedding ring? I dropped it. Come on, stop.
in the toilet.
Yeah.
I'd take her back to the toilet and go, you want to get it, bitch?
Yeah.
Go ahead, get it.
There it is.
There it's right
There
there.
it
You
is.
see the little shiny thing next to
Right
that pile
there.
of shit? That's it right there. Go ahead and grab it.
Wouldn't you leave a note on the door instead of just hiding under there and dodging logs while you're looking for it?
Yeah, perhaps.
You leave a note like, could you please, I'm searching for a ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't come in here and shit for a few minutes.
Dodging logs.
Yeah,
It's just raining shit as you're trying to get your wedding ring back.
He didn't even lock the door.
No.
He went in and the door wasn't locked.
Yeah, I've gone out on a limb. I'm going to say he was not
telling
looking
you.
for his wedding ring.
Dodging logs. And it was a dastardly deed.
You got to look out for your wedding ring like that.
That's
Just
funny.
let it. What was he doing that it just slips off and falls in the toilet?
I don't know. I'm freaked out that Opie's like, well, if that happens, you got to go get it. Are you fucking kidding me,
Dude,
dude?
I can't imagine. I'm not married, but I can't imagine going home without the wedding ring ever.
There was always a thing. What, you don't wear wedding ring?
No.
No.
I'm married.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. How's that going? Good.
Awesome, dude.
Awesome.
I used to be married, and I had to wear it like all the time.
Right.
It was one of those things, if I didn't wear it, there'd be questions as to why I wasn't wearing it. Or, sometimes I'd take it off just because it's building up a callus. It's putting that ring
Oh, the
around
one right
that,
here?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
even when you don't wear the ring, you're wearing the goddamn ring
Yes,
kind of thing.
yes.
And I'd take it off just to kind of, get that, scratch your finger. And I'd be so paranoid that I was going to lose it. I was going to lose finger. Finger.
Gonna lose a finger.
My finger. Bastards. And I'd be so paranoid I was going to lose it. That,
Finger.
you're so
You're gonna lose a finger.
so self-conscious. That's funny, you bastard.
The finger.
We point
Finger.
out each other's crutches and flubs.
It's just my thing. I
bad
can't say
speaking.
I can't say finger right. Finger.
Finger.
I just say finger.
Anyway,
Finger.
Continue though. You were going down a good road.
Yeah,
here.
you're so paranoid that you're going to lose it,
Mm-hmm.
that you're distracted by everything else. You got to keep tabs on it because, God forbid, you do lose your wedding ring. You got to go home and now explain it. And much like I've said in the past, if you ever go in a store and you don't buy anything and then you walk right out, you got to kind of hang out by the cash register and let people see you not rushing out of the store because I feel so guilty that they're going to think I was stealing
It's the
something.
weirdest thing, but it happens.
You
to
do.
me
You
as
feel
well.
guilty. And then imagine having to explain to your wife that you lost your wedding ring, knowing that you really lost it, but knowing she might be thinking something else, and now you're looking guilty. Now you look guilty because you're making up an excuse even though it's not an excuse. So it's a pain in the ass. So what you do is you get divorced.
So
and
you
spend
dive in a
lots of
pile
money.
of shit and
Yeah.
find the ring.
So perhaps this
You
guy
jerk off for motivation while you're doing it.
perhaps this guy had an experience in the past where he lost his ring.
Take a picture of some vaginas, for proof, so you
Right.
can show your wife, look, this is really where it was.
This is where I was. He belly flopped right into the shit to try to find that thing.
I didn't lock the door or anything.
I call it his face and body in the candy jar. A creep.
The best is like, yeah, why wouldn't you have a sign on the door? Jesus.
Looking for ring in the pile of shit.
The
Imagine
guy.
looking up and seeing the face of a cop just staring down at you.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Looking for something.
I don't think he's here to take a shit. Goodbye.
And how did they catch him?
That's what I'm.
They said a woman was going to take a dump, and she looked down and she saw this face.
Well, why would she
peeking up
look
at her?
down though? That's another freaky thing. You go in there, you just do your business and run out,
And if
man.
you're gonna do that, why wouldn't you commit to the act? Maybe rub shit on your face and blend in with your surroundings, like you're in the Nom.
Like totally camouflage yourself.
Schwarzenegger in Predator when he came out and
when
rubbed
he came
mud
out
on himself.
right.
You're going to kill Colonel Kurtz.
Like Rambo when he was in the mud and nobody
in
could
the
see
wall.
him.
That's what I'm saying, right?
This guy knows nothing about concealment.
Is there a turd with eyes? A turd with eyeballs and eyelashes looking up. Hey, that piece of shit's got a camera. What's going on? That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
That guy had a fetish. I don't care what anybody says.
It's a great
There's
length.
no ring. There's no chick. You just, dude, it's unimaginable.
There's the update on the story, though. There's gonna be more that comes out. All right, we got to get you out of here. You got to do cold pizza here at 8, right?
Oh, I have no idea. I guess.
Yeah, that's what Ben was telling us.
Ben said you have to be out of here by 8.
I was going to try to just come in and surprise you guys this morning, but, man, I got like 50,000 emails from your fans. I had to email them going, God damn, I'm going tomorrow, fuckers. Jesus Christ.
You're a stand-up guy, bro, because a lot of our old friends have kind of...
No, but I wanted
know.
to surprise you guys. I wanted to just, like, come in and you guys go, holy shit. But, like, literally... As soon as I got out of the station, I checked my fucking emails, and I had like 13. 13! You're a dick. You're an asshole.
We got our rats.
Fuck you.
They're there.
You son of a bitch.
He's doing Stern. Missy is on Stern's show. And it means he's in New York, and he's not going on your show.
Yeah, and some of them were like, dude, I love your comedy. I think you're great. But how the fuck could you? You know what I'm saying?
Those are the One pests.
We don't care what show anyone goes on. That's fine. You know, you're promoting and shit like that. It's just the people that do other shows. And they're in town. We know they're in town. And they don't call, don't stop in, don't do anything. And then we're like, come on. What?
Yeah, I felt dirty. I was like, fuck, I was going to try to surprise her. I had to call Opie. I was like, dude, I'm in town.
I started the show by saying you left a really nice message.
People were saying that you actually told them that you had dropped your wedding ring at Stern Studio. And you went there. We weren't buying it.
I had a camera.
That's funny.
But I thought you guys were in the Sirius studios. I thought you guys were over there.
That would be awkward.
Wait, somebody had told me that you guys were in those studios over there, like
really?
using them to yeah.
No.
So
no.
I thought that, and then I asked somebody there like, fuck no.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
Oh shit, because that's a message I left Opie. I was.
It's all good.
I was like, holy shit.
It's all good. I just was talking about how I was disappointed, but it's all good now. It's all good.
Disappointed? You think I'd come over here and not come and say hi, you fuck?
We weren't sure what was going on because all of a sudden, I mean, our pests are brutal, man. All of a sudden, the phones just explode. Carlos on Howie. Why isn't he coming in? And I'm like, yeah, why isn't he coming in? Because I didn't hear anything. That's all. So if you were surprising us, then that's...
I was going to try, but Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit. Now, I'd rather dive in a pile of shit than deal with those people again.
I'm telling
Damn.
you, if you have a choice between dealing with our pests or jumping in a pile of shit, you better belly flop right into that outhouse.
I'm diving in a pile of shit. I'm not kidding, man. It was, dude, they were animals. I mean, and I'm telling you,
Orlando right now is feeling the wrath of the One pests.
Orlando,
right now, all day long, they're going to feel the wrath of the pests.
What happened?
Well, the Jim Phillips thing that we started with. So
we send our troops out to just destroy other radio shows. They interfere with their program. They can't take live calls the entire show. It's just brutal.
Yes,
we're scared of them. We created this, right?
Yeah, we know they're going to turn on us someday.
We created this. We created.
ugly.
We created a show that's a little different than other shows because it's very, very interactive. Very. Right. I mean, we have so many websites and fan sites now. It's not even funny, and they're a part of the show. They give us a lot of the really good material that we even use on. I mean, they are literally like part of the show. We're scared of them. They have an army, right? It's called the O&A Army, which is, there's other shows that have had this army concept, whatever, but they've taken it to the next level. They got websites that we don't know where they're at. They're like secret websites that they only give out to certain people.
That they
And you don't even
coordinate.
have
They
them.
coordinate these attacks with these websites. So they all get on. They log on.
They're like, just in case they may be monitoring this website, let's go to the secret website. And I email some of these faithful fans saying, I'm Opie from Opie and Anthony. I just want to check out this secret website. Oh, no, you can't have that address.
You don't have clearance.
You don't have clearance.
It's like Fight Club.
You're Opie.
No, I'm not even kidding. I forgot. I was reading recently. They were getting some kind of assault together on somebody that did us wrong, I guess. And they're like, all right, wait, they might be monitoring this site, so let's all go to that other site. Wink, wink. And then they have coordinates. They make maps.
They
and
make
stuff.
maps of the area that they're attacking, so that when they call in, they can say, Pete from whatever town is near the studio.
Right.
Are you serious?
They broadcast the show online so that people that aren't in the listening area can listen to the show, hear the subject, and call in. And then they just destroy them on the phone. They start with these bogus questions, maybe, and then just unload on what assholes they are on the air.
It's very,
and you
very
can hear,
involved.
and you just hear the host getting more and more frustrated because every single phone call they take is from one of our pests, and it just destroys their show for that day. And we keep it going for a day, 2 days a week, until they call our bosses, and we've had this happen every time.
They always
call
end up calling our bosses
saying,
behind the scenes.
Could you make them stop? This is bullshit. I'm
All right,
gonna
well,
sue.
O&A Pests, do me a favor. Next time, can I please surprise my friends without you guys crawling up my ass? Thank you very much. Jesus Christ.
And
They're
that
just showing the love there.
that
Carlos.
plea that you
hear
just
you,
made,
but-
that plea you just made is working very well. John from Jersey, fucking liar. Why didn't you do their show first? Oh my
See what I'm
God,
saying?
what a bullshitter.
Well, wait a minute.
I call Bravo
all you
Sierra
guys,
on
yeah,
Carlos.
For all you guys that are saying what a bullshitter, I didn't have to come on if I didn't want to.
That's true.
Even now,
You're a
so
big
fuck
star.
you. So fuck you guys writing those emails. I'd have to come back. I don't have to kiss any ass. I want to, you pricks. Pieces of shit.
You're making it worse for yourself. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
I know. I'm being a dick. I'm kidding, guys.
Just shut up. Accept it. Take it.
All right. Dude, the emails were brutal. I'm not even teasing.
They got
Dude.
satellite photos from outer space.
Satellites.
You probably got pictures of me with hookers and
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I'm
Of course they
retarded.
do.
Of course they do, right?
Don't make us release these.
Exactly.
Let's say hi.
I'm sorry, guys.
Let's say hi to Peter in New Jersey. Peter,
Hey, boys.
what's
up,
up,
man?
Peter?
Hey, talking about being afraid of your wife. My buddy was working in the stockroom. He's up on a ladder. He falls down. The wedding ring gets caught and plucks his finger right off.
Yeah. Oh.
And his wife still makes him wear the ring around his neck on a chain.
His ring finger is gone.
Gone.
Why wouldn't you just put it on another finger?
Finger?
Did I say finger?
His ring finger.
Punching out.
All right.
His finger.
And Jay in Jersey. What's up, Jay?
Hey, Anthony, you remember the steaming Schindler's List where the little kids are hiding from the Nazis
Yeah.
in the toilet?
Yes, in the outhouse.
That's where this guy got the idea from. And that wasn't shit. That was like concentration camp victim, eating each other fucking shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
And these kids were, they didn't seem to mind.
It's 8:07 in the morning, sir.
Oh, it's delicious. I love you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
What an awful human.
Ben's Raw Ass. What's up? Oh.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
All right, Ben's Raw Ass. What's up?
I just want to say, was that little Jimmy Norton underneath that outhouse playing Monster Logs?
Was it Jimmy?
No.
No, it wasn't.
I'm not above that, but it wasn't.
Anything else, Ben's Raw Ass?
Yeah, I just want to say, I called that number you gave out. Actually, I was just going to try to get it saved in my cell phone for later on.
See, they're already getting together for an attack later on today. Go ahead.
But they said, the guy says, hold on, and then within seconds they put me on. I was on the air, and I
With the
really
monsters.
wasn't prepared too much. And because I had called the number right away, and you had confused me with the big O and Duke, I kind of fucked it up a little bit, but not before I got a couple of good plugs in, and told them to tell the afternoon guy to quit ripping them off. Hoo 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 hoo. Tell him, Fred.
Tell him, Fred. Hoo hoo hoo.
But if we can keep this assault going till later in the evening, I'm sure it'll work out.
Yeah, no, we want you to really attack later on.
This is not a radio show.
We'll see what kind of talk show the guy really has. Will he blow off the calls or will he go with it?
Yep.
All right.
I'm sure he'll go with it. Thanks, guys.
All right, one more. Dugout Doug, what's up?
Good morning, guys. Carlos still there?
Yes.
Don't fuck with the boys, Carlos.
I never would, dude. I'm a loyal guy, bro.
Dude, I was on with the fucking Monsters twice this morning.
Yeah.
First time. These guys are fucking atrocious.
Who are
can't.
these guys? They're pretty popular in Florida, but
what's city?
Orlando and Jacksonville. They just
the Monsters. Oh, I know those guys.
Yeah, you've probably been on their show.
I have been on their show.
They do big numbers down there, but I don't know. Most people just don't get it.
They're rednecky.
Yeah.
Hey, Carlos.
Yeah.
Don't go on their show anymore.
I don't know.
You're in deep shit, bro.
Anyway, yeah.
See how thick your skin is.
Oh, yeah, no shit. I'm putting on some cream right now.
I don't know these monsters. I don't know what they do. Tell them you don't want to see them. They'll understand. Believe me.
Exactly.
Doug, go ahead.
I got on with these assholes, and I got a not you in there, and then I called them out on ripping shit off. They were all proud about ripping shit off. And then the one thing that was a fucking kicker. They made it sound like I fucking hung up on them. Oh, is he gone? The fucking pussy pieces of shit. Everybody with a phone out there. 407-916-1041. Call these fucking assholes. Because it was about 2 minutes later I got on. I told them I had some inside information about a news story. I got right back on and said, hey, this is Doug. I didn't hang up on you. You guys hung up on me, and they clunked right out of me again.
Of course.
And that's not even the show we're attacking today, but all right.
It's okay. It's a good warm-up.
Softening the beaches.
All right. It's the Jim Phillips show that's on that same station from 3 to 7 p.m. on the East Coast.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the Monsters didn't steal anything. It's the guy, I think, the afternoon guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely, this one was all about the afternoon guy, so. All right. We're going to take a break. Carlos?
Thank you so much, Carlos.
I got off easy, I guess.
Yeah, you did.
Jesus Christ.
And, leave Carlos alone. He is a friend of the show, please. We have a lot of enemies. Carlos is not one of them.
As a comic, the worst thing to do is go to a club after fucking Carlos has been there. It's like I got 80 people on a Saturday early show. I'm like, oh, man, we're glad because Carlos was here. He had fucking 3 shows on a Sunday, and we had to add extra shows Monday. I'm like, well, must be a parade this week. That's fucking awful. It's like fucking a chick going, oh, thank God your cock is not as big and delicious as the last
one. And now all the comedy club owners are like, you're not going to do theaters now, are you? No, I'm not going to go make the big bucks so I could come back to the comedy club.
Of course. That's every comedian's goal.
Leave the theaters to Jimmy.
Yeah.
Dude, he fucking sells everywhere. It's fucking disgusting. As a comedian, when you hear, like, Mencia was here last week, you're like, fuck.
Jimmy's downplaying it, man. Jimmy's kicking some serious ass.
But I'm just saying, like, there's some guys just in markets, wherever you go, they just sell out and add shows. And
you're kicking ass, though. You're
doing
really well, man.
I'm 3-market Jimmy. You want to deal with Boston or Philly? I'm the fucking king.
3-market Jimmy.
The rest of the country? Who? Cricket.
Oh.
We'll change that.
Wait till they get a hold of that HBO special.
That's right.
When are you getting you got an HBO special?
Yeah, I shot
Taped
it.
and ready to go.
Dude!
Yeah.
Dude!
Shot,
you have any idea how huge that is? Huge!
I hope so.
It went so
make
well,
a face.
too.
Don't make a face.
I hope it does.
Huge.
Look, it did a lot for Patton Oswalt, and I'm just hoping it will propel me to the
Not the same, dude. Not the same, because they don't give HBO specials out.
I know.
They don't give them out. I mean, in the past year, there have been like 3 of them, and they've all been like stars.
These were halves, though. They did halves again, so I'm hoping.
So they went back to doing. Yeah, but you know what? Still, it did huge for me, bro. And this was like 10 years ago.
Did you do them Aspen when they did Aspen?
No. I did one in L.A. and one in San Francisco. But it's huge. Dude, it's amazing.
I can't wait to see it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Carlos. Thank you so much. The show,
Love
Comedy
you guys,
Central.
man.
It's on tonight, right?
Yeah, tonight at 10:30.
10:30.
Or unless you live in Central or Mountain Time.
I know.
Then you got to check your 9:30 or whatever. But who lives in Wyoming?
Why would you live there?
Dude, we get calls from Wyoming every morning.
Really? All right.
We get calls from Canada every morning.
Wow.
And who was the person from Ireland or whatever? Remember that? Was it a chick?
Hey.
I don't know. They're also listening all over the
I don't know, but
all over the world.
She's got fingers.
So mind him and see you guys got to be the only ones doing any kind of real edgy racial humor on Comedy Central now. You got to be the only ones doing it. So
yeah, I guess we're doing some fun stuff.
Yeah, check out the show tonight, 10:30 on Comedy Central. Right?
Love you guys.
All right, it's
Thanks,
Carlos
man.
Mencia, everyone.
It's Whipple Wednesday. It's Whipple Wednesday. It's Whipple Wednesday.
How about that woman that took her shirt off?
It's Whipple Wednesday. It's Whipple Wednesday. It's Whipple Wednesday. Show us your findings. It's Whipple Wednesday. It's Whipple Wednesday. It's Whipple Wednesday.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is beautiful.
It's Whipple Wednesday. It's Whipple Wednesday. It's Whipple Wednesday.
Cancel your appointment.
It's Whipple Wednesday. It's Whipple Wednesday. It's Whipple Wednesday.
Stay out the bushes.
It's Whipple Wednesday. It's Whipple Wednesday. It's Whipple Wednesday.
The Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202.
All right. That was very cool of Carlos Mencia to stop by and say hi. Very, very cool.
this is the first time I ever met him in all the years I've been.
Really?
Yeah, man. I've been here to stay for so many years and like missing him clubs. We've never actually met before. It was very cool.
Brad from Huntsville, Texas. www.gaycampers.com. The Monster and his crew just got 3,000 subscriptions to the gaycampers.com newsletter in their email box.
Ow. Ooh. Jeez, Brad, that's a little harsh.
Especially when you're not giving them to people on this program who might enjoy them.
Wow.
Ben.Sparks at xmradio.com. I'm a gay camper.
Let's see. Okay, just going through the instant feedback. All right, very good. Yeah, please leave Carlos alone. We have plenty of enemies. He's not one of them.
I think it was very cool that he came in. He didn't have to come in.
I was really disappointed yesterday, and right after the show, I had a voicemail from the guy like, "Oh, dude," you know. So
he is loyal.
Let's say hi to Border Judge, the trucker. Border Judge, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, O&A?
All right.
Mr. Norton.
Hi.
Y'all are sounding great.
Thank you.
Want to let y'all know that not only is the Phillips File stealing the assault on the media, they're also stealing the Banana Phone song.
Yeah, that was pretty unique to our show, too, I do believe.
XM Kills.
Yeah, I never heard it before you guys started playing it. They were wearing it out a couple of weeks ago. So.
All right. Thank you,
Add
sir.
that to the list of reason to hate them.
All right, yeah, we're going to be attacking the show later this afternoon. We'll see how good of a talk show he really is. Or a talk show host, I guess I should say. Thank you, Border Judge. All right. All right. Thank you.
Ring, 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 banana phone. Ring, 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 banana phone. I've got this feeling so appealing for us to get together and sing, sing.
Sticks in your head.
Ring, 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 banana phone. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding, banana phone. It grows in bunches. I've got my hunches. It's the best. Beat the rest. Cellular, modular, interactive, modular. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone.
Quiet, quiet.
Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping. Banana phone.
Stop it, stop it.
It's no baloney. It ain't a phony.
Stop whining.
It's a cellular, bananular phone.
Quiet, quiet, quiet.
All right, Clint, what's going on?
What's up, shit dicks?
Hey, Clint from whackbag.com.
Hey, I'm hoping I'm going to do some justice to Ben Drawlass's phone call. It was great. He called in, and I'm sure this is going to piss you two off. They said, we're not worried about Opie and Anthony because they're only 145 pounds apiece, and if they come to O-Town, we'll whoop their ass.
Come to O-Town?
Let's not go to O-Town.
All right, we'll be staying away from O-Town.
O-Town? Ugh. Yeah.
What,
That didn't piss you off, I hope it didn't. But
what, are they going to beat us up?
You guys suck.
Mister O-Town? What the fuck's O-Town?
A hot group?
Damn, I'm so sorry we're not huge, big, stereotypical fat radio douchebags out at some shithole bar gig with your gut hanging out. Oh, that's the worst. Just go to some shithole bar gig and sit there with your big belly, your big radio guy gut.
Bring it on,
bad
fatties.
breath.
Bring it on,
Yeah.
fatties.
Stop. O-Town. Oh, God. Can you not try to come up with cool names for your fucking city? Does that, please tell me that means Orlando?
I'm assuming.
Is that what it is? It's fucking Disney World! That's what Orlando is. You can't be tough from O-Town when Disney's there. That's what O-Town's known for. Not for being O-Town, for being the happiest fucking place on earth. It's Disney World. Holy shit.
Are you going to sick the Mickey Mouse gang on us?
Watch it, man. O-Town. Yeah, their gang is real cool. They wear the fucking Mickey Mouse ears down the street, so they know they're badass. In O-Town, you're talking to guys that are in New York fucking City right now. Stop it.
We had to dodge gunfire just to get to work today.
Oh, please.
And you live in O-Town. Shut the fuck up, fatty.
There are homeless guys on the sidewalk that try to eat your ankles when you walk past them. You gotta watch from your feet up until the buildings up above your head when you walk in, and everything in between. There could be an assault that comes on you at any second in New York City. Not O-Town. What's gonna happen? A kid let go of his Mickey balloon and it'll knock you on the head a few blocks away? Are you kidding? It's Orlando. It's amusement parks. It's roller coasters and fucking gay people in furry suits taking pictures with your kids.
O-Town.
O-Town.
Bring it on, fatties. Bring it on.
Tell them when they come down to O-Town.
Yeah, brother.
Stop it. O-Town.
You have no idea who you're fucking with. You have
Oh.
no fucking idea. O-Town.
Welcome to the happiest place on earth, O-Town.
O-Town. Disney.
Yeah. I had to dodge a drive-by shooting today.
Who doesn't?
Just to get to work. What did you have to do?
It's New York City.
What did you have to do?
What do you do down there in O-Town?
Dodge a convention bus?
Yeah, what? Oh, look out. Think of the drive-by that could happen on that big, long tram that takes you from the parking lot to the front gate of Disney. That could be dangerous. Stop with your O-Town. Everyone wants to try to give a cool name to their fucking city. Did the OC start that shit? The OC, Orange County? I lived in Orange County. It's not a cool place. It is not a cool place. It's lame. It's Orange Groves. The OC. Wow, that's hip.
The O-Town.
It came from, I think, people being cool. You know, the CPT's pretty cool. You got to watch out when you live there, right?
Hell
That's
yeah.
a cool place. That warrants having initials. Not O-Town. Stop it.
Do you realize that there's areas of New York City, if you make a wrong turn, you will be killed?
Yeah.
Do you
Right.
realize, fatties? You fat fucks. Do you realize that every once in a while a guy, just for the hell of it, decides he needs to kill people and runs around Times Square with a gun, a loaded gun, and just starts firing off rounds?
Yeah. That happens. When was the last time in O-Town some homeless guy grabbed a cobblestone and pummeled someone over the head for no apparent reason whatsoever?
Do you realize every day we leave the studio and we have to pass by a homeless guy with a pit bull? And one of these days, this guy will let this, sick the pit bull on us because we're not giving him money every day.
Don't give him money. But they live in O-Town.
O-Town. You fat fucks.
Homo Town. Stop it. Trying to sound cool. Stop. You live in Orlando. You accept it. Don't try to make it sound cooler than it is.
So when we fight, do you have like a finishing move?
The Goofy.
You Hulk Hogan wannabes.
Didn't O-Town come from the group?
I have no idea where they would have gotten O-Town.
Right after Backstreet Boys came out, O-Town came out.
Right. Are they from Orlando?
Yes.
Yeah, that probably did.
The fag group.
The fact that they're using it, though.
Shut up, you nig.
Like we're from O-Town. Jesus. Guy's whiter than you, Opie.
Damn, Opie. It was a very uncomfortable moment.
I wish your old basketball player friend was here to punch you in the fucking face.
I didn't actually say the word.
That's what was uncomfortable about
I'm
it.
going to toss this banana at you.
Is this O-Town? I would assume it would be silly if... Sorry, Derek. If you played something else, it would have really been stupid.
Well, what luck that we had Eric's iPod lying around.
Yeah, this is the tough shit coming out of O-Town.
He's from that faggoty part of the country, too, isn't he, Eric? Look, even our faithful listeners in that area know that they live in a faggoty area.
I'm trying to hear the lyrics.
There's nothing tough about Orlando. Stop.
Turn it off!
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm enjoying that.
What do I think of Chi-Town? Yeah, okay. That's tough. Chicago. That's pretty tough.
Chicago's brutal.
Bring it on, brothers.
That's where Leroy Brown was from.
Bad guy there.
I'll say he was.
All right.
He hooked up with Doris.
Detroit.
Got fucked up.
Right.
You know? Jim Croce loves singing about big guys who got stabbed and shot. He must have gotten beaten up. You don't mess around with Slim.
Just some big guy beating the shit out of some little guy in his guitar.
But filling him full of holes and stab wounds.
Later on, yeah.
Croce loved a good violent bar murder.
You're a big guy, but you're going to get fucked in the end here.
If it's not operator, can you help me play this song? It's, hey, look at this big fuck. I'm going to stab and shoot him for hustling me in a pool game.
All right, well, we got to be worried about O-Town.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, look out. Fat radio guys from O-Town.
Talking shit.
Yeah, perish the thought that anybody's in radio that might be in a little bit of shape. Please.
A little bit.
Jesus. Not to say anything, but Jesus, Opie has a body on him. I'm not. No. But you ever watch him reach for something? Like the shirt will lift, and there's that area between the shirt and belt where it's just stomach. Solid.
All right.
Quiet.
Exactly.
No. I don't mean anything weird. I'm just saying.
Stop it!
The type of place you'd love to rub a scented oil.
Stop it!
Maybe.
Feel how soft my skin is.
Monsters are reversing the attack, and they're telling their listeners to call O&A. Well, let me look at the phones. Wow, a big attack coming from O-Town.
Good luck to you. They say we only have 4 listeners. And they won't even say your names because you are...
Because
what? And you won't even say their names because you are scared? No, we won't say their names. I don't know their fucking names.
We have no idea.
I know they're the monsters, but I don't know what their names are. Go ahead, guys. Just
we know they do such a scary show. They got to call themselves the Monsters.
Ruin their show so they can't make any. So they can't take any phone calls. Go ahead, have fun.
All right. We got a few things we could do here, Anthony. We got bombs and flubs.
Oh. Now.
Also, we got crazy guy from yesterday.
Did you tell Nathaniel to not include you?
I
asked
him personally.
No.
I'm actually amazed that I did not. Well, I have one flub.
You have one flub.
One flub, no bombs.
How many flubs do I have?
Bombs and Flubs Volume 2. You have 1, 2. Oh, you only have 2 flubs.
I have
Anthony.
2 flubs. How many flubs does Jimmy have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow.
Wow, you have something against Jim Norton there, Nathaniel.
Yeah, what's the problem?
I love Jim Norton.
Problem fan.
All right, you're gonna have to deal with it, Anthony.
Yeah,
You hate my name.
No, I just hate that. I like Nathaniel. It's a very classy name.
Well, thank you.
But Than is a little odd.
It's a mouthful though sometimes, and if you're gonna go short, it's Than, unfortunately.
Have you gotten the website Fans yet? So you could open up a fan club.
Fans.com.
Fans.com
or .net.
Oh.
.tv thought I said. Chalk it down.
Let me write that down.
There you go.
By the way,
.com.
By the way, are you related to a former president of the United States of America?
No, I'm related to William Jennings Bryan, who was almost a president.
We really haven't exploited this kid yet, but we have an intern working for us that is related to Thomas Jefferson.
Now, so he says.
So he says, look at
I
him.
want some proof. What, he looks like a $2 bill?
He looks like he has a little that slave blood in him.
Mulata mongrel.
Mulata.
He looks like he's got just a slight bit of slave blood.
In recent years, it came out that Thomas Jefferson was having sex with some of his female slaves, and that there were offspring from these slaves, and they've actually been recognized by a whole society of Thomas Jefferson's relatives, descendants, as actually they've been accepted into the fold
now,
as relatives of Thomas Jefferson,
well,
black descendants.
We got Drew Boogie in studio that is barely black. Dude, you're like the first shade of black. You know that. No, you're probably like the second shade of black.
Look at me. Look at my hair. That tells everything.
But you're like the second. I think black goes in, let's call it 10 shades. How many shades do you think Drew's got?
How do you come up with 10 shades of black?
Is it like a Kevin Bacon game you play?
No, Jimmy the Greek, tell us.
Mickey Rivers, 10 shades of black. So Halle Berry.
You put Mickey Rivers on one end of the spectrum.
Halle Berry, 3 to 4 shades of black.
Wow, who's like one shade?
One shade of black. There's a player in the NBA, one shade of black.
Colin Powell.
Colin Powell?
No, who's one shade of black is our own intern, Sam here, who's related to Thomas Jefferson.
You put him one shade of black. Now, how old a guy are you?
I'm 21.
Now, in your 21 years, have you looked up your history, your family history?
No more. Yeah. No more than,
no, yeah.
Yes.
Well said.
I'm gonna stick with yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And what did you find?
I have not found any black people yet.
No? But you found Thomas Jefferson?
Yeah.
So now who was the female in that?
I don't know, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'm bringing in a family tree.
You are?
And we're gonna,
Sam, do you think you're part black? Let's just get right to it.
You know, for a long time now, it's been questioned.
Yeah.
It's definitely, this show is not the first time it's been brought up.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm talking very slight, obviously. I don't even think he's one shade of black. He might be near the zero shade of black.
0.3
Yeah,
shade.
like in between 0 and 1.
Yeah.
I think every job I've ever had, and probably 70% of the people I've met in my entire life have asked me about my ethnicity
It's
at one
the
point
hair.
or the other.
It's the hair.
Most of the time, yeah. The other jobs, they just,
Do you gotta...
Sam, what, where are you from? Where,
yeah.
And I say, yeah, I know my hair looks like I'm either.
Did you ever see the Seinfeld episode?
Yeah.
He goes out with the guy and she's trying to guess his race. Yeah. That guy is pretty much you. That's like...
Do you have a big one?
Well, you know, should I...
No.
You don't have
to pull it out.
Well, Jimmy might want
in the privacy of a bathroom stall.
Just let Jimmy know when you're going to be going to the bathroom next.
Will do.
We'll get a lot of info that way.
I won't actually look. I just have mirrors on my shoes.
Hey, we just got to find out who the female was in the Thomas Jefferson connection.
That's right. By the way, we mentioned that he sounds a lot like John Heffron. Kind of an obscure reference. Not a lot of people know John Heffron.
He won Last Comic Standing. A lot of people know him, sure.
I guess a lot of people. I shouldn't say that. John is very... I'm sorry, John. He probably listens to the show. But we found something else that sounds a lot like Sam.
All right.
How do you do? I'm Sam.
Wow.
Same name, too.
Same name.
I am Sam. Listen.
Hi, this is Sam.
Ew, is that Sean Penn?
Yeah, right?
Yuck.
Where's the other one?
You nerd!
It's mostly the first one. Hit it. Oh, what? Is that a different one? You only have 2? All right. Is the third one good?
Third one's something else.
Oh, okay. Listen to this.
How do you do? I'm Sam.
It's the same fucking voice.
I never saw that.
Why would you?
Is Sean Penn playing a retard?
Yeah, like he's
'Cause
doing
that's
now
why.
politically. Stinks.
I have to see that because any celebrity's playing a retard, I have to see it. Oh.
So he's
Really
related to Thomas Jefferson. Drew, do you think there's a little black in him?
I'm really not sure.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody as mutated as him before.
It's a little strange.
Because you're
isn't it?
very pale, like you're very white. But there's something black about you.
He's very pigmently challenged.
Yeah.
But what are they like? When people ask you what kind of nationality or whatever you are you? What do you tell?
What do you
people?
say?
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you say Irish or what do you say?
I usually just say white because, I mean, all the ancestry is just straight, white, off the boat, European, nothing of any type of...
And how weird is it to be related to Thomas Jefferson?
Pretty weird.
Did you just wake up one day and someone had to tell you, like, when you were 7? I think, like, 8 is about the age when you start finding out weird shit about your family.
Yeah, I don't even remember how it came up, but yeah, it was 7 or 8 at a family reunion.
And like, you know, you've been learning about Thomas Jefferson in school. Guess what? You're related to him.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Did a waitress ever slip? Like when you were getting something, did she offer you a side of melanin?
Not yet. No.
Never been refused service at a Denny's?
No.
No, you get a cab easy?
Easy enough, but I'd say it's good that my parents look definitely white.
Yeah, both parents?
Yes, both parents definitely look white.
Oh, is something going down here on TV?
Well, we're trying another assault on the media, but I think the person we sent out is not, I don't know. Well, let's, I don't want to say anything until this fails.
You think he stinks, but you don't want to say he
boy.
stinks.
Is it a failure?
I think we're looking at a failed attempt on...
Oh, no.
On a assault on the media.
It's a perfect opportunity. Oh, no?
No, that's just a guy walking by.
Someone walking by in the background.
All right.
Where is he? What happened?
Oh, they all had their hands up in the other room. Sometimes, you know, you panic. Sometimes
someone panicked.
Sometimes you just can't pull the trigger when
Danny
you're in
would
that
have
situation.
pulled it off.
Where is he?
He blew it, right? Let's get Ben in here because they were setting that up behind the scenes.
Oh,
Another assault on the media.
on. Ben
Oh wait,
is
is
always...
this a replay what they showed earlier? 'Cause that's the same shot they showed earlier.
Yeah.
Well, that's the pre-tape, but they were live.
They were just live. Yeah, Ben coordinates this on the phone all the time. So I want to know what was happening on the other end of that phone.
All right, Dan is going to give me the answer to the NBA guys, the name of the NBA guy. Dan, go ahead.
Hey, O&A.
Hey.
Hey, little Jimmy. Hey, it's Tayshaun Prince from the Detroit Pistons.
Tayshaun Prince.
Yeah.
He has a black name, but he's as white as could be, but he has, like, slight black features, right?
And his arms are like 6 feet long, and he's 7 feet tall.
Wow.
Oh, maybe it's not the same guy I'm thinking of then. And you're calling him one shade of black, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
One shade of black. All right.
Punching out.
Thank you. So, Sam, you have no Thomas Jefferson stuff laying around?
Not. I can find
pretty black.
Which one? Let me see it.
That's not him.
That's a dark picture of him.
Yeah, that's not the guy.
Yeah, that's the Time Magazine
Well,
OJ thing.
That's not the guy I'm thinking of.
Okay.
So there's another guy in the NBA.
Tony Parker?
I'm not sure.
All right.
All right. So, all right, Sam.
All right.
No Thomas Jefferson stuff, you said?
On me. I could try to find some stuff.
That would be kind of cool if you could bring something in.
Whatever proof I can find, I'll bring in.
All right. Ben,
Nothing.
what happened?
Nothing.
I didn't know. They were, I don't know.
What?
He called me. He called the hotline, and he says he got stopped.
They're at the live shot right there. But stop.
How can they stop him? Who's
They
stopping
can't
him?
stop anything.
Danny was down.
No, I think it takes a set of balls to pull off the assault on the media.
Certainly does. It's not easy to do.
And Danny is our go-to guy. Nathaniel, of course, another one of our go-to guys.
Who was just sent?
One of the
Mike.
interns. Mike.
And
remember
Yeah, I
when,
don't think
who was
he's
it?
got it.
Who was the guy that just panicked on us?
Mike. Oh, that was
Another Mike.
That was another Mike.
Yeah. You know, because you see the shot going down, it's live, and you're there, and you just can't pull the trigger to do it.
You
But
gotta
Danny-
just throw caution to the wind.
Danny just he just walks out with his sign like, all right, no problem.
Here I am. Here's my sign. Go fuck yourself.
He doesn't care whatsoever.
One
Mike
guy
the-
probably said to Mike, "Don't do that," and he went, "All right."
Mike's on the phone. Mike the failure. Mike, what's up?
Dude, they blocked me, man. They wouldn't let me go through. The guy had his hands all over me.
How did they block you, though? You're supposed to wait for the live shot and then run into it.
I did. There were guys surrounding the entire thing. They wouldn't let me go through. The guy put his hands on me and said, "You got to go around." I said, "There's nothing. I'm not doing anything illegal."
Who was the
I can walk on
guy?
sidewalk. What's up?
Who was the guy?
I don't know, some security guard in a suit.
Yeah, see. We should have sent Danny.
Yeah.
Well, who do they work for that they're allowed to stop a guy from walking?
I have no idea who they work for. I'm going to go ask them. Want me to go ask them?
Yeah, you should ask him, actually.
Do you feel like a tool right now, Mike, that you
Yeah,
can get
definitely.
the job done? Yeah.
I was yelling. I was trying to yell.
Oh, couldn't close the deal.
Probably like,
Hey, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony, he's probably nodding to people. Opie and Anthony,
Opie
just
and Anthony,
talking to people.
LA radio.
You know what we ought to do? We ought to send somebody else, this might sound complicated, with a video camera to tape one of these assaults from that side. I want to see what the security guys do and what they're allowed to do. They're not allowed to
that's a
step
good
in and
idea.
stop
That
you.
would be hilarious.
Who the fuck are they?
Behind the scenes
Just
footage of
fucking
an
city
assault on the
street
media.
scumbags.
Yeah, very good.
That shot we were
Stop
just looking at
people.
on the TV, that's where he was supposed to go?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was Nina Sky down there, the two girls that sing, so if they have security with them, that might have been a little
But
extra problem.
security's not allowed to step in and stop them from walking behind a live shot.
That's right.
They're not allowed to go around. Go
course
fuck
not.
yourself. You don't have a permit.
He should
Who
have
are you?
jumped right in the middle
You
of the whole
fucking
thing.
chimp.
All right, Mike. Well, come back with your head
I will.
lowered in shame.
I will. I'm on my way.
Good job.
Look at the bright
slink,
side.
slink back, Mike.
Look at the bright side. You got the guy that made his terrible WoW flyers going around Times Square. That guy from yesterday, the crazy guy that was in here with his terrible flyers. Well.
No one was even listening to Ben at all. No one was listening to him at all.
I just like how he kept going and going, waiting for a reaction from somebody.
You gotta admit that guy was pretty funny yesterday.
Did anyone hear? I guess he was on the last few minutes of the show yesterday. This hardcore fan.
What a lunatic.
Dean, crazy guy. We had him sit in as we recorded the 6 a.m. hour that we do on the East Coast. We do like a best of hour or whatever, and Anthony and I intro the bits. When will those bits be playing? Tomorrow and Friday. All right.
Yeah.
So the guy sat in with us for those intros to old bits and stuff. And after the show, the guy was just a lunatic. Basically, a guy from Toms River, New Jersey, decided to print up about 100 flyers. Cost him like $90 for 100 flyers. And
Jesus, what did he print them on? Photo paper?
Oh, that's
Asshole.
right. You were gone. You didn't get to meet this guy.
Look at his lunatic
I didn't
flyer.
meet him. I like this kid. Let me say, happy birthday, Lil Jimmy Norton. It's got a picture of me and got a picture of, who's the woman in the skirt?
Yeah, it took a little while to figure out. See, it's supposed to, I guess, be a hooker and your car, which you would want for your birthday. It's like a picture of a Saturn.
Could he
and
have
a picture of
a hotter hooker?
No, it looks like he just picked the first picture of any female he found on the website.
Or these are little clippings he had left over from the ransom note he wrote for the missing child in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Sociopath.
What a lunatic. He came in here, and I couldn't even make eye contact with him. I did the whole recording for the shows with my head down, and I couldn't even look at him. The second we were done, my headphones went off. I swear, within 3 minutes, I was in my truck driving away. I didn't want pictures. I didn't want to talk. I wanted out of here.
He's a good boy.
He's a lunatic.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, but he just he talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. And, you know, he was promoting the show yesterday.
No, he stuck him in Steve's studio with Steve for like a half an hour. That was made
This
Steve
audio's
real
good?
happy. I haven't. How is it, Nathaniel?
It's all right. He just goes on and on. He just.
Well, we got Crazy Guy audio from yesterday, so we're going to play a little of this for everybody, okay? The first track, Crazy Guy in Steve's studio, and I guess the boys ask him why he's shaking. Let's go to the tape.
Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by Pat Battle. Who's going to do it?
Son of
you.
a bitch!
You fuckers.
Yeah, I love that.
Meanwhile, I have a heart attack because I thought I prepared the wrong audio.
No, just Pat Battle slipping in there.
Oh, man. All right, where is it? No, it's this one? All right.
Pat Battle.
All right, so Crazy Guy from yesterday. Let's go to the audio, see if there's anything here. Even though we brought Nathaniel in for the Bombs and Flubs segment that we're going to do eventually today.
Sure. I'm versatile.
Here's Crazy Guy in Steve's studio. Anthony's ready for his photo.
No.
You wanted to get a photo with Anthony? Oh, this is different?
Yeah, sorry.
Why are you shaking?
Uh-oh. What's
Oh,
the
wow, I messed
problem?
it up.
Now I'm confused.
So
I
am
don't know
I.
what
It's
anything is.
I apologize. I might have
Okay, that's fine.
I meant to switch those two.
Basically, the guy isn't just a hardcore fan, and he wanted pictures of all of us. He was bummed Jimmy left the show early.
Mm-hmm.
I think I took a picture with him. I'm not even sure. No, you didn't. Huh? I never took a picture with him?
He said it was against policy.
Oh, yeah.
Against policy.
We told him that DC wouldn't allow it, and he freaked out.
Well,
because he hates DC.
Yeah. And then he started taking candid shots of me or whatever, and then he's like, I need a picture of Anthony. So that's where this tape picks up. I'm like, you want a picture with Anthony.
Plenty on the websites, and you can Photoshop yourself right into him.
Anthony's ready for his photo. You want to get a photo with Anthony?
Yes.
Why are you shaking? Why are you shaking?
Crystal meth.
I don't want him to run away.
Oh, no, follow me. Anthony's ready for his photo. Follow me.
Good.
I was so gone by this point.
Follow me. We're going to get a picture with Anthony. No, Anthony's over here. Anthony's in here. And stay out!
Would you get him to walk through a doorway and slam the door on him?
I got him to walk to the security area, the front door. Yeah.
And you shut him out?
Yeah, not all the way in the hall, but just in that area where they get their contained.
Oh. Yeah, because he was standing there, and I was walking out, and Poe goes, "You need to use the bathroom, Anthony." And I was like, "Yeah," letting the guy think I was going to the bathroom. And then when I walked out, Poe goes to open the bathroom door. I go, "I'm not using the bathroom. I'm hitting the elevator. I'm gone. Bye."
That's hilarious. More audio from Crazy Guy.
It took me forever to get here. That's why I'm shaking. And then to get into the studio and,
Oh, really?
say a piece and,
Did they bring you
just
on
to
the
get
air?
used to it. What's that? Yeah, I was on the air.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I got my piece. As long as they get, hopefully they have the crowd, like, ready for, to pile into Times Square. And I told them I'm not going to hand it out to 85-year-old women that aren't going to buy
You hand
XM.
You hand it out
You hand it to a rich white guy walking down the street that, looks like he can take a curse word.
Yeah, here's the deal. He was convinced that because we mentioned that he was going to be down in Times Square like once for maybe, 45 seconds.
Yeah.
He was convinced there was going to be a huge crowd down there.
It's going to be mobbed.
And then he would hand out his flyers. But, see, the problem is the people that would show up to that are people that heard it on the radio, so they already have the XM, so they don't really need to grab the flyer from the guy, you know what I mean? He didn't really understand that concept.
And there's not many people walking around in Times Square listening to this show.
Right.
Or any show, for that matter.
So he's trying to explain exactly what he was going to do.
I know why you guys think he's crazy, too. Because it's so foreign. He's actually talking about marketing this program. Nobody's ever heard me talk like that
That is
before.
true. He is a lunatic.
Wait, you mean you believe in the show and want to hand out a flyer? You nut.
Curse word. No, but he can take a curse word, too. I'm not going to hand it out to a Hasidic Jew.
Well, of course not. What does a guy who can take a curse word look like? You're that good of a
Believe
judge
me,
of character?
yes, I am a very good judge of character. Why do you think I listen to Opie and Anthony?
Touche.
Right? I'm a fucking smart guy.
Touche.
Touche. Who said
fencing
touche?
in there. Fencing with Steve.
I don't know who said that.
So then we got a couple...
Is it Than or Touche? Or is Than or Touche? Than or Steve?
Hold on. Let me just write that down real quick. And then, what? Sorry.
Than or... Who said Touche?
We both did.
Oh.
All right, here we go. So then he hit the street, and he's trying to explain... On the street explaining assault on the media.
He's trying to explain the concept of the assault on the media people. What he was doing is just accosting people going by, just saying the words XM radio, assault on the media.
So he'd go up to people, say XM radio, assault on the media, and think they would know what the fuck that meant.
Yeah, and then hopefully if they stopped, he'd go into this rant full of pronouns that don't really, explain what was going on. So it's
all right.
It wasn't the best at conveying the idea.
No, it doesn't sound
I bet
like
he'd do a good media assault, though.
Yeah.
There is a patbattle.com now. I just punched it up. Brought to you by Virus Radio. Listen to the best of O&A. This site is dedicated to the hottest woman in news, Pat fucking Battle. And then they have a bunch of things. You sunk my Pat Battleship. It's an uphill Pat Battle. Pat Battle, I am your father. Welcome to the Pat Battle Royal. Yeah, wow, there's a whole bunch of pictures of Pat Battle and just sayings like that. Pat Battlestar Galactica.
Someone is going to send her this link, and she's going to go, why? I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Well, she'll be with me then.
Pat Battlebot. Very good. PatBattle.com.
This shit is between me, you,
Pat Battle,
and Mr. Soon to be living the rest of his short-ass life in agonizing pain, rapist here.
Mossless. Love it.
Did you notice a sign in the front of my house that said
Pat Battle,
storage? You know why you didn't see that sign? Because it ain't there, because storing
Pat Battle
ain't my fucking business, that's why.
I like his Tarantino impression.
All right, here's audio of Crazy Guy on the street explaining assault on the media. This doesn't make any sense, but let's listen in.
There's no sharks in the waters. No. And then they tell you that soda's going to rot your teeth. And then they tell you this. What they do is they throw up a wow sticker. You just got to go behind them. They just got one of those Florida Fire that was doing it. So they're pretty much promoting. They want to assault the media. And we got to spread the virus so the stock goes up. They invest in the stock. They go up. Everybody's happy.
Okay, look.
It was hard to hear, but basically
wait,
I heard sharks in the water.
Yeah,
soda that'll rot your teeth.
You cut this up and just put it together out of context or something, right? There is not a human being that could possibly be that incoherent.
No, that's just one take. And yes, I was a little far away. I know it doesn't sound so hot because I didn't want to shove mics in people's faces so that they were onto it.
Right.
But yes, that was just one thought of his in a row.
What a babbling idiot.
He's a good boy.
He is a very good boy for doing this for us. Look, we're bad-mouthing the one person that's out there marketing our show.
And because of him, we're going to do something called Opie and Anthony's first annual Promote the Show Day.
Ooh.
We got to get a date, and then basically we're encouraging the ONA Army, maybe, the faithful listeners to show up at the station. We're going to just start in New York.
First, we have to run it past management to make it our own so no one rips us off.
And I think you guys should do it anyway, regardless of what
yeah, we're rebels.
And we're looking for, honestly, hundreds of people to show up one day and donate a few hours to just completely promote the show throughout Manhattan.
Mm-hmm. In various ways.
In various ways, right. Hot chicks, maybe you own I don't know, a moving sign company, you know, those trucks that have the moving billboards. I don't know. We're going to try to find a day that makes sense for everybody, and then we're going to build this thing around that day.
And I know we were going to get some hot chicks to hand out WOW stickers. Why we haven't been able to yet, I don't know. But I vote for big fat ones. I want to get big fat chicks to hand out WOW stickers.
Great idea.
That better represents this program.
And tiny, tiny little bikinis.
With the smallest that are legal. Big fat monsters in high heels handing out WOW stickers.
There's a Jersey band out of Morristown named Pat Battle. Who knew? I want to hear some of their music.
Oof.
They popped it up on the website.
They just changed their name, right?
You think they did? I don't know.
Well, their big song is Back to You, John.
This is paradise, I'm telling you. This sounds like a great big battle. Just waiting to get fucked up.
All right, can we get back to Crazy Guy, please?
Of course.
On the Street Explaining Show.
XM Radio, the way the news is lying to everybody, they're assaulting the media. They're sticking signs up, sticking signs in the windows, making sure that the media knows that they're lying, telling you your teeth are rotten to the soda, there's sharks in the water, tell your child not to play with this toy. But then they wait till the end before they can possibly tell you which toy it is. So what are you going to take all the toys away from the kids until 11 o'clock? Yeah, exactly. XM Radio.
So
do we sound this crazy when we explain it on
He's
the
explaining this to just regular people?
Yeah, to anyone that would stop walking, he would start going off. And he doesn't make any line between the media and the show. He just says they do all this stuff, and there's the shark thing, and then what you have to do is put a sign up, and then there's a...
It sounds like a loony, conspiracy guy saying the news is lying to you. Here's this flyer that makes no sense whatsoever. He just sounds like a crazy person. Someone's saying he sounds like a raving lunatic from 12 Monkeys.
Oh, wow.
Handing out flyers.
I love this guy.
It's
He's
in
a
the
classic.
teeth, Bob.
He's a
it's
classic.
in the teeth. Yeah, there's footage of him handing out flyers on Camp Street in New Orleans. Some anti-Castro flyers.
That's good. He's a classic, though, man.
I love this kid.
Crazy guy.
I want to hold him.
Maybe we should send him to O-Town.
Yeah. tough guy in O-Town.
That funny bits of like screaming babies, people get hit.
Yeah, that was just a show. He was trying to describe the show, and he comes up with, they place clips of screaming babies and people getting hit.
Well, that is the show.
Did he mention Opie and Anthony at all?
Did he ever say Opie and Anthony or Jimmy Norton or the Opie and Anthony show, O&A?
He'd get sort of an Opie and Anthony in there somewhere, but mostly it was about the assault on the media. He thought was the only way to market the show, or to get people to understand that it's a talk radio show that does funny things.
That's good. Captain Queeg is a big fan. I knew there was an assault on the media somewhere.
Assault on the media, strawberries. How many portions did you have?
He also couldn't figure out how to get in touch with the show, despite the number being on the unit.
He had a big problem with Washington.
Well, he couldn't figure out the phone number, even though it's right on the display.
But he called Washington and
for
asked
yourself,
for our
it's right
number,
there.
and they wouldn't give it to him.
Yeah.
And he was very angry with that.
It takes more resourcefulness to get Washington's number
than it does this show's number, right?
All right. See, look, the first annual Promote the Show Day has begun. Joe?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yo, I got 5 box trucks. I run all over New York State. You guys want to hook me up with something? I'll put them on the back, big posters on the back of the truck. I'll run them all over New York State for you.
Absolutely. Let me ask you just a question. Say someone who comes to you and says, how much does that cost a day to have one of those trucks drive around New York City?
That I couldn't tell you. I'd have to say, advertising-wise, probably a couple $100 a day.
Not bad. How many thousands of people see that? Even more, a couple $100 a day. It's never been thought of for this show.
Well, if we're going to do this first annual Promote the Show Day, we got to get one of these box trucks to ride around Manhattan. We want to just focus on Manhattan for a day.
Agreed.
See what we can do in one city, and then maybe we'll expand it to the other big cities that we're broadcasting.
I'm in Manhattan, too. I'm all over.
All right, cool. All right.
If you want to take my info, give me a call.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, hold on a minute. Ben or somebody will get your information. Thank you. No, I was just handed a note.
What's the note, Opie?
Oh, this just in.
Danny, very pissed at Pete's Pulp Fiction Pat Battle thing.
Uh-oh, why?
Well, because Travis, Van, and Danny came up with their own Pat Battle Pulp Fiction remix.
Oh, no.
Well, let's
look how pissed Danny is. You can see it in his face.
God damn.
Danny?
What happened? Who? Tell him, Fred.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Me, Nathaniel, and Travis, we were just going off after the show one day with some Pat Battle lines, and we thought it would be funny to do some. And looks like someone beat us to the punch.
Wow.
Tell him, Fred.
Wait, you came up with one?
With a bunch, yeah, Jimmy.
Can we hear it?
Yeah, they're very.
I want to hear them.
They feel very confident. By the way,
let's hear it.
They handed this disc in proudly this morning. Like, you might want to listen to this before the show
if you like good radio.
Yeah, right. They pretty much want to say, we guarantee this is radio gold.
Are you ready to chuckle?
You like to laugh, sit down, and enjoy.
So the boys, Than, Danny, and Travis came up with the Pat Battle Pulp Fiction remix. There's like 8 of them here, right?
Yep. Right.
You ain't got no problem, Jules. I'm on the motherfucker. Go back in there and chill them niggas out. And wait for the
Pat Battle.
We should be coming directly.
You sending Pat Battle?
You feel better, motherfucker?
Didn't quite have that baritone sound of Marshall Swartzwell.
It's a bad voiceover.
Night of the fight, you may feel a slight sting. That's Pat Battle. Fucking with you.
Fuck Pat Battle.
All right, hey, you gotta give it to the boy.
Good. That one was very good.
You know what's on my mind right now? It ain't the coffee in my kitchen. It's the
Pat Battle
in my garage.
Oh, Jimmy, don't even worry about it.
No. Listen to me. Don't think about anything. I want to ask you a question. When you came pulling in here, did you notice a sign out in the front of my house that said
Pat Battle
Storage?
Jimmy, you know I ain't seen no shit.
Did you notice a sign in the front of my house that said
Pat Battle
Storage?
No, I didn't.
You know why you didn't see that sign?
Why?
Because it ain't there, because storing
Pat Battle
ain't my fucking business. That's why.
Now,
Tell him, Fred.
Somebody else did do that one, but in fairness, if you've seen the movie, we know how you came up with that connection.
Right.
Two We're lucky we got anything at all. I don't think Buddy Holly's much of a waiter. Maybe we should have sat in Pat Battle section.
Which one? There's 2 Pat Battles.
No, there's not. That is Pat Battle. That is
Sue Simmons.
I don't see
Brenda Blackman.
She must have night off or something.
Wow. Very good. 3 local anchors.
That happen to share the same shade.
That is funny.
Royale with cheese. You know why they call it that?
Because of the metric system?
Check out the big brain on
Pat Battle.
You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
Absolutely.
And you will know my name is Pat Battle when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Yeah, and I bet you $10,000 he laughs his ass off.
I don't give a damn if he does.
Pat Battle.
What do you make all this?
Man, I don't even have an opinion.
Well, you gotta have an opinion. I mean, do you think that God came down from heaven and stopped...
Oh, what the fuck's happening? Oh, man. Shit, man.
Oh, man, I shot Pat Battle in the face.
Why the fuck you do that?
And finally.
Don't you hurt him. Nobody's gonna hurt anybody. We're all gonna be like 3 little
Pat Battles.
And what's
Pat Battle
like? Come on, Yolanda, what's Pat Battle like? What?
Cool.
Correctamundo. And that's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be cool.
Excellent job.
Very funny.
Bravo to the boys. Danny, Than, and Travis. Good job.
Excellent.
Very good job.
Thank you.
And I do believe Radio Gold.
All right.
Very
Motherfuckers.
funny.
That was great.
We wanted to smash you guys, and we just can't.
Nah, they were too confident, man. Those guys know.
Yeah, sometimes you just know. Sometimes when you do this, you just know, right?
That's right. Battle Storage. Should be the name of a place that you put your belongings.
Wow, everyone is calling like crazy. They're all motivated about this promote the show for a day thing.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, but if we're going to do this, we have to go big.
Yeah.
If we're going to promote the hell out of it and like 10 people show up with a couple signs and if we're going to do it, we got to go big. Got to go big. We got to be organized. Maybe we do a massive assault on the media that day, handing out wow stickers with the fat chicks. We got trucks riding around. We got to go big. Got to go big. James the trucker, what's up, James?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, those monster guys are total douchebags, man. I cannot get over these guys. They're sitting there, they're trashing you, so I want full salt on them.
Well, it looks like we got under their skin. Just a little bit. And it also looks like they didn't really prepare a show today. Now, did they?
They didn't at all.
All right, thanks, James.
All right, flaming out.
We're scared of the fatties from O-Town.
O-Town. Look out. It's a small world after all. That song plays in your town. Stop it.
All right. I like that song. We're going to take our first break or second break. I don't know. Second break already? Oh, Laszlo's outside.
Ooh.
There he is.
We'll talk. What? Tell him what?
Laszlo always comes prepared.
Wait, there's something going on here.
What's going on, Ben?
What's wrong, Ben?
Benny.
The Monsters of the Midday guy want to fight you. I don't know. I was just listening to it briefly.
Want to fight us?
They want to fight Opie. No, they want to fight Opie.
No. Oh, okay.
Do they even know who they're fucking with?
Fight.
I know.
Fight. What, do they want to have a little radio
they want to have
fight?
They want to have a boxing match. Dude. Rocco.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude.
And what? Then we'll come up with a charity? You fucking phonies.
That's good.
Say hi to Rocco when you buy a car on the Auto Mile up in Boston.
Hey, dude.
I have no fucking idea.
I'll fight you.
How did Ben take that from Orlando to Boston? You went right up the East Coast.
Oh, he did.
Rocco, yeah.
Don't.
That was a Rocco.
Don't. Come on.
All right. We'll step aside.
By the way, it's my birthday.
It was your
It was
birthday.
your birthday yesterday, Jimmy.
Is it a birthday week?
Not your birthday today.
My birthday.
You get one per year.
Jimmy, how about we do brunch for your birthday today?
I can't. I'm going to see Glengarry Glen Ross.
Oh, that's tonight.
It's today at 2.
Today at 2, you're
So?
going to the matinee.
So we could or as I say for big laughs, the matini.
The matini.
We could do a fast breakfast across the street with the wig guy.
He's got to.
Excuse me, sir. Can I eat potato salad out of your head covering?
We haven't even talked about that guy. He's a classic.
Hair helmet.
We think he does some kind of drag show late at night somewhere. But
I'm
during the
surprised
day,
you
he's
say
a waiter.
a guy, because I still don't know what he is.
Pardon me, androgynous.
Yeah.
Server.
Nah, he's a guy just taking a lot of those hormones.
Yeah,
we
you
love
think?
him.
And he has the worst wig ever that's covering up a world of hurt. We don't know what the deal is, but the wig is the worst. But he's a really nice guy, though.
It's not a wig.
Big fan of Jim Norton's, by the way.
What you do is, it's not even a wig. You just take black and spray paint over the Yankee insignia on a batting helmet. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. And I want to just live with this guy and hang out with him.
Can we take a picture of this guy?
I hope so.
We got to get a picture up on opieandanthony.com. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
He's wonderful.
He's
Snap
a
him
mess.
with the phone.
He's an absolute mess.
Camera phone. Make like you're making a call and just snap it. People do it all the
It's
time.
not your birthday.
Me.
It's my birthday.
Did you find someone to go to the show with?
No.
You going
I
alone?
have an extra ticket. I have no one to go with.
You got to go with somebody.
I'm garbage.
You have to go with somebody.
Take Steve.
Martini Steve loves shows.
I'd go with Steve in a second. I love Steve.
Do you have clothes? Are you going to wear a nice?
Yeah, I'm not going to
clothes?
dress up. I'm going to wear something.
Yeah.
I'm sure Steve doesn't. And he'll,
I
wear
hate the fact that people go to shows just like slobs. I kind of like that should be not like the movies. Remember in the olden days when you watch the older movies, they're all in the movie theater in suits and ties. Like that used to be a night out, going to the movies like that. And Broadway was always kind of a dress-up thing. But now people go dressed like slobs.
I'll dress nicer than I am now, just in case I meet.
And it kind of ruins your night if you're making a big night of it. You and your best gal, going out and you're going to a Broadway show. You kind of get dressed nice and you go out and you're sitting, next to some Asian businessman dressed like a slob in his I Love New York T-shirt. Yeah, I don't appreciate that.
You're gonna go, right?
You want to go?
What are we seeing?
Glengarry Glen Ross.
Ooh.
Alan Alda, Jeffrey Tambor.
No kidding. When is it?
2:00 today.
Dude, I look like shit.
Well, how good are you going to look? What are you going to do? Put a fucking...
You can't go to a Broadway show.
He's the guy I'm talking about that they show up.
You got to dress
like
up
that.
if you're going to go to a Broadway
What you
show.
can do is just get another shirt and put it over. You have shorts on.
Are we talking about dressing up for Broadway shows?
You have to look nice.
you
It
just-
ruins the whole
doesn't.
atmosphere for everyone else.
This is ruining our image. We used to be shock.
Yeah, you got to just put another shirt on. You're fine, dude.
That'd be shocking. Going to a
you
show
know.
not dressed nice.
Ooh,
That's shocking.
I might like to do that. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hey guys, I have an idea for Radio Gold. Maybe when we come back, we could talk about the best birthday ever.
Oh yeah, Jimmy's does have
Yes.
some
I
stuff
had
to
the
talk about.
best birthday ever.
Ever.
All right, as we go to break,
Lucky boy.
we haven't played a mashup in a while. Is this one good? The Beatles, Guns N' Roses thing?
I didn't think these two songs would go together, but they really do.
People still doing these?
Yeah. We were doing the mashups thing for a while, and we rested it. But one came in, and I don't know. It was brought to our attention, so why don't we listen to it? The Beatles and Guns N' Roses.
Something that was It is a natural impulse to grab and squeeze the breasts.
No shit.
It's real soft. Almost like pudding.
Yes. A hard piece of ass.
Quite a handful.
Yeah.
The nipples are so sensitive that a mere tweak between finger and thumb will give a perfectly good result.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
In case you didn't know.
Getting rave reviews on that Beatles Guns N' Roses mashup, man.
Yeah, people really liked it. I thought it was great.
I was a fan of the mashups, and then everyone was doing mashups, and then I was, I don't know. That one was really good.
Put together very well.
And instant feedback exploding. A lot of people really into the Opie and Anthony first annual Promote the Show Day. We got to try to figure out the details of that. And so I just want to acknowledge that because a lot of people are writing in with great ideas for that day if it comes to be. And Jer and Philly, I hate you guys for introducing me to the 1 and 10 scale for darkies.
Jesus.
I couldn't stop rating them on my way to work.
Oh, God.
But how many people now are going to do that? Oh, he's a 3. She's a 4.
That's awful.
Lordy, that's a 10.
Keith Robinson's an 8 until you hear him talk that he's a 14.
Some people having pancakes right now going, oh, she's a 10.
Oh. Yeah, that would be a 10.
So we got Laszlo in studio. Drew Boogie's here. It's wow, what a difference a day makes, huh, Anthony?
Absolutely. I was just checking my email.
Yeah.
And look what just came in.
Oh.
Shipment notification.
Oh, fuck, we forgot to talk about this today.
Dell.com.
Wow.
I am looking at this and noticing that my order for my 2 case fans on my Dell computer has finally shipped. And you would think, wow, it actually worked. All the customer service that Anthony went through, all the phone calls he made to India where their customer service is based finally worked. No, it didn't. I had to step it up, Opie. I had to step it up the other day. I did a little research, and I found the email address for Michael Dell, the CEO of Dell Computers, and one of the third man down on the list that was in charge of customer service. And I emailed off. I sent a very intelligent letter documenting the problems I've had with this fan. And the problems are I ordered these 2 fans about a month and a half ago now. And for some reason, the order got canceled, and I only found this out by logging on to check the order status after a few days. And no email was sent to me that said that the order was canceled or anything. So I had to call customer service, which took forever to hook me up with somebody in India, because that's where their customer service is now. And they try to fool you right away by going,
Hello, customer service. My name is Dave.
You're not Dave. Stop it. The last one I got was,
Hello, customer service. This is Rachel.
your name is not Rachel. Stop.
And the great thing is when you hang up on those people,
yeah,
they'll call you back. Like, I got so annoyed I just hung up on them. They got your number. They'll call you back. We must have had a problem. No, we didn't have a problem. I was annoyed.
We were disconnected. So I called customer service again. They said apologized profusely, replaced the order. And this is about a week or so later. Replaced the order. I asked them this time, send me confirmation emails on this order. A couple of weeks later, I checked the order status, canceled. Again. I tried to call up customer service, couldn't get them, so I got on that Dell chat thing where you're chatting with someone from India. And, again, apologizing like crazy. And now I'm noticing I'm using a lot of capital letters and exclamation points in my posts, trying to tell them what happened. They said they would reorder this, which they did. They put the order in again, and I never got it. Just went on and on, no emails. Customer service, trying.
There's a great ending here.
Trying.
He's giving the setup.
Yeah.
This is amazing, Jimmy.
So I finally, the other day, after probably 8 customer service people, I decided to write an email to Michael Dell and the CEO and the head of customer service.
Because he has so much time during his day to take care of your stupid
You know
fan
something?
problem.
Fuck him. I couldn't get through to an American. I couldn't get through to someone at Dell Computers. I was getting India. Their Dell Computers where they get the guy on the commercial on TV where he calls from bed and goes, "Is Dell customer service available 24 hours a day?" And there's the white kid sitting in the office with it's all dark out, and he's like, "Yeah, anytime. 365 days a year, we're here." No, he's not here. Hassan is here, making believe his name is Peter. He's there for me, not helping.
They don't show cinnamon lips in the commercial, do
No, old cinnamon lips. So I wrote to the bigwigs over there. The same day, I get a response, phone call, from Michael Dell's secretary. And she is apologizing. I might have included in the letter that I was a radio talk show host, and this subject has come up a few times on the air, and a lot of people had similar experiences, how I used to anytime anyone would need a computer, I would recommend Dell, and I find this very difficult to do these days because of the problems that I've been having with Dell, and I don't know what's happened with their customer service over the past couple of years. Perhaps it's saving you money, but you're losing customers.
You played the I'm on the radio card.
I play the I'm on the radio card.
I played that with Gateway.
Isn't it great?
I bought a laptop that was a paperweight within a month, so I just ranted about it constantly. And customer service, same thing. I would send it back. It would come back still broken.
Yeah.
Just complained about it until somebody at Gateway got wind that I was complaining and talking about how Gateway sucks, and then they start FedExing me new machines.
That's what happens.
And so I'm like, the only reason I got this is because I'm on the radio.
Yeah.
So I did a feature, if you're not getting paid attention to, we'll call customer service together on the air.
See? Yeah, do it on the air. So I sent the email off. She called me right back. I told her the problems I've been having, and she said she'll take care of it. The same day, I got another email from her saying that we have found the parts. They are being sent out ASAP, and now today I check my email, and they have been shipped. A month and a half later, it's taken less than a day to get this problem solved with one email or 3 emails to the higher, upper echelon of Dell Computers.
What do you need fans for? Are you building some kind of Uber game machine or something?
No, one of my fans were broken, so I went to pull it out and broke the other fan. I'm a dick. Of course, I didn't shut the unit off, so the blades are still spinning.
Good.
And I hit something with the blade, and bang, just pieces of
It's
blade
a good thing
went
that
flying.
the Post didn't have the headline, "Popular radio host electrocuted through stupidity." You know, you're supposed to unplug that shit.
I know. I usually do. This was such a nothing thing to do with the fan that I screwed it up. One of the fans was bad, but I wound up screwing up the other one, so I need 2. But look at that. See? No, I don't know if it was so much about the radio thing, because it wasn't that they heard me bitching on the air. I think that sending the letter off to the head of Dell Computer, it's Michael, and then you got that little underslash thing, a little underslash, and then Dell, Michael Dell at Dell.com.
He's a raging paranoid guy.
Is he?
I've talked to journalists that have interviewed him, like, at his house.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, complete pat down, almost a strip search.
Really?
He's got a compound with razor wire around it. He's one of those guys that made a lot of money.
Guy's worth a gazillion
and
dollars.
is just scared that somebody's going to knife him. Kind of like
you know, keep the goddamn customer service the way it's going. Dell, I don't know what happened over the years. Over the past maybe 2 years or so, maybe a little less, but they have just dropped the ball on customer service. I mean, I love their product. I've had no problem with Dell Computers. I've never had to deal with customer service, which is a good thing. And this time I try to deal with them, and it's just a mess to try to get a live person.
It's fun to mess with those guys because they do that. Oh yeah, my name's Steve.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really, Steve? What's your favorite sports team? He's like, Yankees.
Yankees.
And then you start asking like, hey, what's your favorite beer you like? Oh, I don't drink beer. I'm like, really? Steve's kind of a beer drinking name.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's against my religion. I'm like, that's interesting.
I like curry beer.
That's right.
Very good stuff. I saw a whole show on how they're doing that. A lot of companies are basing their customer service in India, and they're training these people to speak not only without an Indian accent, but to add in words that are American words, Americanized English.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just horrid.
Yeah, just
And they
ask your
just don't
customer
solve.
service guy, you ever walk to a McDonald's and just kneel in front of the drive-thru menu and worship it? If so, I don't want you helping with my computer, dirtbag. Third world dirtbag.
There's people drinking water out of rivers that cows are shitting in.
It's just awful.
And they're going to help me out.
All right, let's get back to Drew Boogie. He came in today. I was wondering why he was here, Anthony. He just handed me a WoW remix, a brand new WoW remix. It is
Nice.
WoW Wednesday. If you're looking for your WoW stickers, self-addressed stamped envelope to us here in New York City. We'll send them right out to you. The address is up on opieandanthony.com. You got WoW in your car. There are women out there that will flash you if they see that. Simple as that, right?
Right.
All right, and Drew, feeling confident about this?
Absolutely.
Feeling confident?
Feeling confident? All right, why don't we take a listen to the WoW remix from Drew Boogie here.
It's crazy. This is what it's all about. Oh, I love this. Wow.
T-Show 36 double D's. T-Show 36 double D's.
Shoving your breasts in everyone's face.
36 double D's. T-Show 36 double D's.
Oh, wow.
He just will her down. Will her down. He just will her down anywhere.
With the Mount Wednesday.
She'll flash. She'll flash.
Hey, I'm all for it.
She'll flash.
And there's boobs in your face.
I'm all for it.
The night that
Breast.
Hey. This is what it's all about. Oh, I love this.
Wow.
Whip them fuckers out.
This is fantastic.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. That's why we call it WoW.
Talk about the boobies.
Take your ball and take it off
Wow.
Nice.
Drew Boogie
Rock.
in the house. Are we paying you yet?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Wow.
You
Another
gotta-
paid
you-
employee.
You got to pay Danny now too.
Really?
That's his riff.
Really?
That is Danny on the guitar.
Rocking out.
I didn't know Danny could play the guitar like that.
Danny killed it.
Holy crap. That's awesome. We'll throw that into the rotation. Drew Boogie, everyone. You going to come in and mix for us soon?
Yep. Next vacation, coming whenever it is. And I got to get some more records up and what have you.
All right, very good.
And some more Pat Battle references.
Yes.
Oh, that thing's got to die. The Pat
Never.
Battle.
No.
Never.
Although I did enjoy it today with the boys
Very
doing their
funny.
Pulp Fiction thing.
And some of that stuff that Laszlo did over there. That was great stuff.
You like? I like the intro to Laszlo's show.
I like it all.
Where's
God damn,
Eric?
is that
I
funny.
want to play that again.
Who's
whole
the
thing.
kid?
This kid, there's three kids, the Ferrante boys. They live across the street from me. All three of them have been in every Grand Theft Auto since Grand Theft Auto 3. They're like king shit at their school.
Oh, I can imagine.
They are king shit.
They
I give 'em
have the perfect kid voice. They
The
have
best-
that perfect voice for those things.
that the one kid that does the Tell 'em Fred
Yeah.
is James Ferrante, and he delivered the killer line in Grand Theft Auto Vice City at the opening of a commercial where he screams, "Dad, no one wants to hear about your stupid Vietnam stories."
Oh yeah, okay.
You remember that one?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, he's genius.
Tell him, Fred.
Well, yeah, so I played that intro in the
So what are you, the creepy guy that brings him into your studio?
Right. Well, what's funny is I always show
Welcome to Puppy Town.
Right.
kids. Yuck.
I always show scripts to the parents,
Yeah.
and say, "Are you cool with them?" And as the game sort of progressively got a little bit more edgy, the parents started rejecting scripts.
Oh no, the parents are like, no, this won't do.
So I gotta find somebody that's got a hormonal problem and can sound like a of legal age.
That they did a great job.
I'm trying to get my niece. She told a story recently. You know, my brother-in-law, he's just a freak. He doesn't care if his kids are listening to this show. You know, whatever. I mean, that's what a parent decides. If their kids can handle this.
They can or not.
She's like 4, and she goes in her little girl voice. She goes, you know, Uncle Greg, I was listening to your radio show recently.
Uncle Greg, stop.
And you got a really bad mouth. We turn it on just to hear you say, "Who the fuck farted?" And she delivers it in such a way in this little girl voice. I'm like, I go to my brother-in-law Mike. I'm like, you got to get that on tape so we can play it on the radio. And then she's like, "You're driving us crazy with the cursing."
She cursed?
Yeah, she said, "Who the fuck farted?" She was reciting what I said on the radio. Who the fuck farted?
And there's no problem with a kid that age, like, saying bad words?
My sister wants to strangle, you know, my brother-in-law all the time. Yeah, because it's a whole... I mean, my sister, compared to me, is the sweetest thing in the world.
Yeah.
That's why people don't even understand that she's even related to me. But she's married to a guy that's like, you know... He might as well be one of my brothers. He's like an Uber fan, and then doesn't care if the kids are watching porno.
Cursing kids is just hysterical, but it does
God.
make for problems when they're out in public.
You got to mic the niece, man. Get that in here.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, but another bit just popped into the head.
Uh-oh.
We're going bit crazy lately on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, send in audio of your kids cursing.
Oh.
That's right.
All right. That's an easy one.
That's a very easy one. Because I know there are parents out there that are very open-minded and have no problem doing this. You don't have to give your real name with the audio, so maybe you could, you know, save face.
I think
at the family functions.
An easy way to do it, because it's not just, we just don't want to hear fuck or shit.
Right.
Maybe, again, movie lines with a lot of cursing in it.
Well, just take it and run with it. Yeah. I want movie lines, them just cursing normally, whatever. And we'll play the best ones on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah.
And I got some ideas for some videos that you might want to send in along the same lines.
Stop. Jimmy.
You're going to read it.
Yeah, but immediately, there's an assignment for America. We like to give America an assignment.
Assignment America. We got to have it. Why don't we make up some production for that?
Yeah, because
Steve should have been on that.
We go down that road every once in a while. Assignment America. This is your assignment, America. Your kids cursing. Send them into the Opie and Anthony program immediately.
You tools are actually calling me out on the _/thing. You know, you're getting a little too sensitive out there. Yeah. It's not like I said under. I guess that's called an underscore then, the little thing.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway. Yes. Yesterday, because I sent that to Steve and Ben at like 2 in the morning. I was sort of like half ripped. And I sent it to him, and I said, "Hey, I thought you might."
It was Tuesday.
I said, "Right." I said, "Well, dude, I've been working ahead because I'm splitting for Alaska on Saturday." But so I said it to him. I said, "You might find this funny, and you know, if you're listening or whatever." And I said, "Your old company is quite a joy because you know they asked me if I'm interested in maybe doing a show for like on a Friday night." And I said, "I'll do 3 or 4 as a goof." And I thought I'd come out swinging with a little reference that like you know got to show props, show allegiance and shit, and. So I sort of come to the next day, and I check my email, and it's like 80 million emails of who, tell him Fred. And I'm like, what happened? And so I, like, email one of the guys back, and I'm like, what's going on? It's like, oh, yeah, they were, you know, talking about it this morning or something. I'm like, uh-oh. So I'm sitting there with the clock counting down to the replay, you know?
Yeah, the pests, they're everywhere.
Tell him, Fred.
But here's the intro to your radio show. I think it's brilliant, actually. It's really, really good. Listen to this, Laszlo's intro to his radio show.
We have a number of very important goals to accomplish together in this first lesson.
Hey, how do you become a radio DJ?
Say the name of the station over and over. Play at least a half-hour commercial. Broadcast live from the Quickie Mart. Mix lots of sounds together. Talk on and on about how you invented radio.
Tell him, Fred.
Play the same songs again and again and again and again.
We'll teach you how radio stations operate.
If only I could win plastic tickets. Enough of this. Start the stupid show, Laszlo.
That is brilliant.
And after I got done talking, and I'm scared shitless because I haven't run a board in a while.
Yeah.
Hotline flashes, and this guy's like, "Who's this?" And I'm like, "This is Laszlo." And he's like, "What was that?" And I go, "It was just my opening music." And
you didn't even begin your stupid show.
I know,
because they don't have a sense of humor.
And I was like,
this
is so and so with Infinity. who authorized this? And I said, dude, you're going to have to talk to, Rob Cross, who's the operations manager or whatever. I said, because if you don't, like, here's the deal. I haven't run a board in a while, and you're about to have, like, dark fucking air, dude.
Yeah.
So then I'm in, like, 20 minutes into it, and I'm talking about how weak and stupid and gay blogs are, and, who wants to hear about some stupid guy's trip to the library? And then I hit that other thing you played yesterday.
Yeah,
Which is this? Which is this? Let's play it first, and then you can tell us what happened.
Dear Blog, I had a wicked cool day at the library. I've really been obsessing about my old high school girlfriend Julie so much lately that I said, what the hell? I decided to look her up. She lives in the next town over, so I got her address, stopped by. She was really surprised to see me. Then I slashed her throat.
And I went right from that into commercials. And I had, like, Hotline flash it again, and it's another guy that works for the company. He goes, what was that commercial that just told people to slash women's throats?
God.
And I'm like, oh, dude, this is not going to last.
Thank God.
And then...
Thank God you're here to remind us that we just don't want to go back to that atmosphere ever.
And then... There's one of the guys that was going to be on the show with me. He's a guy I've worked at out at DRE on Long Island, and I don't know if I can even say his name, but he's sort of the in-stadium announcer for a major sports team around here. And
Bob Shepard?
He was he was leaving.
Thank you.
He was
Laszlo.
leaving. He was leaving the game. We were saying he's going to be coming in a little bit. This is like at the 25 or something. And I said, well, maybe he's going to be a little late because it's the big Harry Potter book thing tonight, and maybe he's going to be in line eyeing up young boys and girls. Well, the major sports franchise is calling him on his cell phone while he's on the elevator at K-Rock. You can't go on that show.
Oh,
you can't, we can't, we're a major family-oriented sports team. They can't think that there's a pedophile. And this is hour one, and I'm like, you know what? I can't fucking do this,
That's
dude.
3 in no time.
I can't I was like shaking after the show.
Yeah.
I was like, this is weak.
Well, we got a place for you on 202. We're going to start building out the channel. I think sometime in September we'll have to figure out something for you because
unbelievable.
You can't work in that environment.
Dude,
and it just shows you the sense of humor that they have at the old company, Infinity Broadcasting, that they're hotlining you. They don't have a sense of humor whatsoever.
This is like an 80-page thing that they gave me the week before because they started getting a little nervous. And they're like, so what are you going to talk about? And I said, I don't know. And they started getting a little nervous because the last project I worked on has some senators clamoring for a federal investigation into it. And so they give me this like 80-page missive that was put together by a lawyer and Tom Chiasano. And I was looking through it. I'm like, where's the O&A stuff? Where's the O&A stuff? And it gets in there. They don't say O&A, but there's a little bit in there about blasphemy.
Really?
Yeah.
Blasphemy.
I guess that's what you were in trouble for.
Yeah.
Blasphemy.
Wow, that's heavy.
So they said that now blasphemy falls under FCC.
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
Blasphemy is not an FCC violation.
That's what this thing says.
They're lying.
Well, you highlighted that part?
I highlighted all of it. And it has every FCC judgment.
You take a little look.
From
we used to have to read these on a weekly basis.
I
we were mentioning this
these.
earlier with Carlos, I guess, huh?
Expletives, shit, fuck, piss, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits.
Is unacceptable.
But there's
7 dirty words.
There's other ones too that
never broadcast on even an occasional or fleeting basis any time of day, including safe harbor. Included in this category are such terms as prick, dick, pussy, titty bar, hard-on, asshole, douchebag, twat, cock.
Douchebag is not an FCC violation.
Broadcast should also avoid language that, while perhaps not rising to the level of expletive, may otherwise be considered to be objectionable by the FCC, and that includes douchebag, twat, cock. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
to the
used
women
to
who use
get
douchebags.
these all the time. They bring up the Super Bowl halftime show.
That's from Steve the lawyer, right? It has to be the Steves.
It's in that lawyer spacing, that word perfect spacing. So
innuendo and double entendre.
But they don't mention us by name like we never existed, right?
Right.
Fucking assholes.
Which is why in the first 30 minutes of the show, because I called Cousin Ed and I was talking about, Babe Fest and how we were hanging out backstage with Jim Norton, who is hysterical, and he's on the Opie and Anthony show. So I, was pulling the name a few times. Just
they dump out
the
everyone.
FCC has recently defined profanity in as many as 6 different ways. Blasphemy, divine imprecation, is that the word?
What does that mean?
Example, go to hell and God damn you.
You can't say that anymore on commercial radio? Oh, wow.
That's what this memo says.
Personally reviling epithets naturally tending to provoke violent resentment is an FCC violation. Wow. Grossly offensive language that amounts to a nuisance, with nuisance defined to be language that is prejudicial to the sense of decency or morals of the citizens at large.
Tell him, Fred.
Vulgar or coarse language and words that are as highly offensive as the word fuck to be analyzed case by case by the FCC. Words that are as highly offensive as the word fuck. What does that mean?
That means the word nigger. That means maybe the word spick. What that is doing is that's opening the door for ideology to creep in, where it's no longer like in Canada. Their FCC, whatever they're called, is a disgrace.
Yeah.
They're worse because they have like ethnic things you can't say. That's what that's getting into. That's going to start getting into you're not allowed to do racial remarks, things that are not considered profanity.
I applaud commercial radio, and I'll tell you why. They're playing right into the satellite radio hands, man.
Keep doing it, scumbags.
Please keep doing this. Please keep sending out these pamphlets to your jocks. Please, please, please.
It's giving them a much bigger door to work with fucking with people. That's what it looks like.
You know.
Here's a violation, which the FCC determined to include graphic and explicit references to sexual activities. Female voice. I masturbate with Jeremy's video every day. Not every day, but every other weekend. Craig's voice. Wow. What is it that you like about him so much? Female voice. The way he licks pussy. I want to do a threesome with him. See who's the best. If I can lick better or he can lick better. Of course that's a violation.
That's a violation,
They used to hand us stuff like this and go, you better read this.
Right.
This is shit. And they would highlight stuff like that, and I'd read it and go, would we ever get on the air and say lick pussy on broadcast radio? They would give it to us like we're fucking children. Effing children.
You have to be careful. They give it to us like we're fucking children, which means they give it to us like we're happy.
There's so many examples here.
That thing was such a... The first part was the scariest shit I've ever read, and then the second part is the transcripts from like every FCC judgment and how much they got fined, and it's pure comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. We used to read these things on our own.
Blasphemy. You can't knock God on commercial radio, but that's where the conservatives have just got to just...
Can you believe that it's actually
sand.
now something that is actionable by the FCC?
Disgusting.
God damn you. Go to hell.
Taking the Lord's name in vain. Dude, the Texas Taliban have taken over, bro.
Yep. Absolutely. God, unbelievable.
Well, keep playing into our hands. That's why satellite radio is going to rule.
That's phenomenal.
There was actually a commercial that played during my show that was talking about how great advertising is and call your Infinity representative today. And I hit the button so it wouldn't fire straight into the next spot. And when the commercial ended, I go, and be sure not to sign up for satellite radio, and then hit the next spot. So I have a meeting at 1 o'clock today with K-Rock.
Please call us tomorrow, because I know they're firing you. It's obvious.
So
can you tape it?
Huh? Oh, I didn't even bring my mini disc. That was really stupid.
They're going to fire you, so make sure you take really good notes.
Well, you know what? Maybe it's a tax write-off if you buy one of those little recorders. They don't cost
And by the
that
way,
much.
you're a
They go
smart
right in your
guy,
pocket.
Jimmy.
Oh, really?
By the way, radio stations are playing those spots all over. Like I heard the same exact spot in Philly when I was driving through. They only play those spots when they're desperate for advertising.
Sure. If you're having an
which
advertiser,
shows that commercial radio is starting to really hurt.
When you see a billboard that says your ad here, that means that billboard sucks and doesn't work.
Right. Yeah, that billboard's not making money. It's just sitting there waiting for someone to call it like the billboard's alive, so they can advertise. All right, we should take another break. When we get back, we'll see what Laszlo's been up to with the tech stuff. Oh, wow, Steve.
What did he get? What is he?
I don't know if that's what you want, but I just...
Well, let's take a listen real quick.
I don't know.
He's got a Assignment America stinger.
Wow.
It's another Opie and Anthony Assignment America.
Oh,
nice.
Wow, we look and sound professional today. Yeah, let's get that on the instant replay later on. Very good. And Assignment America, Anthony, what is it again? We got...
Yes, we want to hear your children, your young children, cursing. So get them in front of microphones and have them curse. Whether I think it's not too creative to just have them blurt out curses.
I would just say get creative with it.
Get creative. You could, as an example, you can have them recite a famous movie line that has a lot of curses in it, maybe from Scarface or Casino or Goodfellas, something like that. Or have them riff on their own.
That's
Talk about maybe little playmates in school and what assholes they are.
Shining lines are always
perfect.
Awful. All right, as we go to break, Harry Potter. One of our pests ruined it for a bunch of people waiting to get the book the other night.
That rules.
It was a dude in Dallas. Listen to this.
Snape kills Dumbledore. Snape kills Dumbledore. Hey, Snape kills Dumbledore.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the Owen virus.
But can I honestly say anybody rips me off? I mean, when I hear the same exact bits done, that's how I say it.
I mean, what about WOW? That's totally their idea.
Oh, there you go. Okay. There's something new.
Well, and then...
There's something new. You know what? I used to do that in Washington, D.C. Tell him, Fred. I used to have people tie bandanas around their cars so that women would take their clothes off in the cars. Dude, get with it.
All right, well, I mean...
Give me an original idea.
Well,
Come
what about,
on.
I mean, I know.
I used to have my listeners tie a bandana around their car. I mean, I've done it all.
What about going off on...
I
totally know that's you.
All right, okay, whatever. I got to go. Please, I don't really want to get into a discussion like this.
He's so delusional.
That is really funny.
See,
Someone found the clip.
Yeah, that's something we couldn't play on the old show because of the gag order that he placed on us.
How do you tie a bandana around your car? That's a great one. That's a big bandana.
What's the matter? My car has cancer.
People throwing frisbees to their cars, jump and grab it.
God, just showing your age, man. You can't even tie bandanas to antennas anymore.
It's all hippied out. You honk the horn, it's like beep, beep.
Dude.
Honk, dude.
He's so delusional.
Oh, man.
Just admit it. WOW is such an original idea.
I invented everything. I've done it all. He even said, I've done it all. Wow.
Even the stuff that's going to be invented, I did already.
There's no original
I went into
ideas.
a time machine.
Everyone
and I already
just
did it.
Killed themselves.
Right.
I've done it all. I was the first one to do anything. Marconi ripped me off, Robin. Remember the what was that thing called? .. Morse code. It was Howard code earlier. The guy ripped me off. I invented SOS. Robin. What a complete jackass. He's the guy. Wow. Wow. He invented WOW. And it had nothing to do with Whip 'em Out Wednesday or WOW. It was tying a bandana around your car. Thank you, Howard.
And what were we supposed to do if you saw, like,
I don't know. He didn't really explain it very well.
Of course he's not going to explain.
If someone had a bandana tied around their car somehow, girls would get naked in the car? Was that what it wasn't even flash. Yeah, girls would get naked. They're driving, taking their clothes off, crashing into abutments, Robin. I invented traffic accidents.
A bandana around an antenna. That reminds me of something else I've heard. It's called the fucking flag. That's not exactly somebody's fucking invention.
I invented that, Robin. They say Betsy Ross did that. I sewed the stars on. Ooh, it was all me.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I honestly don't care.
I
don't care.
I invented the bandana with me.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
All right, let's go right to the phones first. Amanda in South Carolina. Amanda, what's up?
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good, Amanda.
Oh, no, it's my son would like to say a few words to you guys.
Oh, all right.
Hang on. Say it. Okay. Fuck off and die.
It has begun. It has begun. Oh, my God.
I think my pee, you fucker.
Put your awful mother back on the phone, kid. Put your horrible parent on the phone.
It has begun.
Amanda.
Yes.
Amanda.
Yes.
How could you possibly allow your child to say that word?
He says quite a bit on his own. Even if I don't allow it, there's nothing that you can really do to him.
Where did he learn it?
TV, out in the truck, with his dad. Listen to Opie and Anthony.
Do you get mad when the kid plays in the meth lab?
What a mouth on him.
He does worse, believe me.
Well, the bit has begun. Thank
All
you,
right,
Amanda.
Thanks. Bye.
Another Opie and Anthony Assignment America.
Yes, record your kids cursing, get very creative, and send them into the program.
We're getting a couple of live versions here, I guess.
Which is quite funny. You got to see what this satellite radio can do, you know what I'm saying?
Really take it for a test spin.
By the way, a lot of people noticing that Steve was really quick with that production piece, huh?
Yeah.
Because we kind of hinted yesterday that Laszlo does some really great production.
Oh, well, the listeners have pointed that out, as a matter of fact, saying that Steve, a bit insecure, Steve. Look at Steve trying to pull out professional stuff because Laszlo's in the studio. Wow, that was quick. I think someone feels threatened in their producer seat. Yeah. And then, of course, we have Dan from Davenport. The Texas Taliban, shut the fuck up, Laszlo. Go back to infinity. Fucking listeners, right?
Animals, dude.
They are animals.
That's right.
I love Laszlo's production. It's great.
Laszlo does some of the best production I've ever heard.
Unbelievable. But you can't sit in front of Steve.
I love Steve.
No,
but,
that's
fine.
Look,
Steve works 20 hours a day.
Steve does a nice job.
I always love when my work ethic is questioned.
I
emailed him.
Hey, can Laszlo park my car? No, but Steve does a great job.
You pretty much said Laszlo does the best production you've ever heard.
But
Steve...
Steve is amazing.
I'm making phone calls. I'm producing bits in the other room. I'm running a website.
God.
I'm doing you know what? I'll put my work ethic up against anybody's.
I'm
any
not
day
questioning your work ethic.
You certainly were.
I am not.
Jimmy?
His work ethic is second to none. The guy comes in here.
So you have no problem
like
with his work ethic. You just have a problem with the quality of his work.
No, I love what Steve does for this program.
Jimmy, you heard that, right?
I did.
I emailed Steve on July 4th. I was in my studio working all day on supposed Independence Day. I email Steve. I get a response back in seconds. Yeah, I'm plugging away, working on the website.
See?
Yeah,
It is actually.
He works
scary.
like a Filipino factory worker.
There was one time I woke up in the middle of the night, couldn't sleep, whatever, and was just doing email and had a thought about the show, whatever. So I sent off an email to Steve. Before I signed off, which was minutes later, I already had a response. I'm like, and I had to write back. What the fuck are you doing awake?
Yeah.
Did it say auto reply?
No, that could be funny, right?
I actually, it's funny. Steve is one of my favorite people, and I know you had that meeting today at 1. Otherwise, you'd be able to go to Glengarry Glen Ross. But I mean, I'm happy that you were.
I enjoy Laszlo's production because of there's a lot of variety in the characters. He knows. Steve doesn't drag people in like little children to do voices, or people with professional radio voices and. That's all I'm saying. I like the variety.
No, tell him, Fred.
That's right.
Come on.
Yeah, where's your little kid?
Actually, I did a whole session with a couple girls yesterday.
Wow.
That didn't sound right.
Nice.
No, but But you're right. Laszlo actually takes the time to drag people in the studio. I have no tolerance for
Tell
that
him,
shit.
Fred.
He got actual hardcore gangbangers to come in and record voices for GTA.
Yeah, that's being scared of your talent.
Must have been
trying to coach
scary. Yeah, we need it one more
you're
time.
not sounding black enough.
Right, I love that. What I love is when you get people in for like a gay character, and so they'll bring like a real gay person in, like, you're just not stereotypical sounding enough.
It's not quite swishy enough. Could you really fag it up a little more?
Hey, did the gang members love doing it though? They must have loved that they were going to be in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, sure, they're totally into it.
We loved being part of it.
I know.
Never heard my commercial, but
if you guys would play the damn thing.
I heard it.
I played for like 20, 30 hours. Loved the game.
I just picked up the PC version.
But you never did any missions.
I did missions. I did some missions.
You drive around like a lunatic, just killing people. You don't really get into the whole mission aspect.
I do go off on like 2 to 3 hour tangents with that game. I really do. The ice cream truck mission. The last game, the Vice. What was it called again?
Oh, Vice City.
Vice City. I couldn't get enough of with the ice cream truck selling the drugs out of the back of it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I went all day with that thing.
Slinging dope.
Just trying to get that one more sale before the cops came. It was awesome.
What do you think about the congressional
I'm
about the game?
Ducking. Well, it's always good to see people as high and mighty as Hillary Clinton. Giving if she says that there's offensive material out there, then she should probably read the Star Report.
Yeah.
Because
how can she? Yeah, it would be. Shouldn't she just go, look, Chuck? I'm a little upset with this. Why don't you take the lead on it, because I would look completely silly coming out against a video game because of content.
My buddy Will Wheaton sent her a letter that said, I don't know much. I'm just a stupid writer and everything, but maybe you should look into investigating Karl Rove instead of Carl Johnson, which is the main character in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I've stayed out of the flap. I don't want any part of it.
Yeah. Maybe she's onto something. Maybe Bill Clinton was a big GTA fan. And he was influenced by violent video games.
Right. I'm going to go pick up some hookers.
Pick some hoes. Give him a cigar. Cigar up her twat. And this woman is now, that's your husband. That's your fucking husband. The guy that was sticking cigars in an intern's vagina.
See, that's why I'm secretly praying that she tries to become president of the United States, because the commercials that they're going to run against her are just going to be
She couldn't
classic.
keep an eye on her own husband.
Right.
Do you want her keeping an eye on your country?
On America?
Yeah. Oh, let her try.
They're trying to get that family values thing, and the extreme religious conservatives are going to beat you on it. Every time.
Every time.
So
every time.
Just go find something else.
And they always have half-assed information on the games. They never really know where the content comes from.
That's like
they
on
don't know what a
Barbard.
mod is.
Right there. It's like Hillary. I was downloading some mods last night, getting some new skins
Sure
for
you
World
were.
of Warcraft. What the fuck are you talking about?
Sure you were.
We said it on the show. She never played that game.
No.
She has no clue what
it's
it's
like when those
really
people
about.
were protesting against Barbershop, and none of them had seen it.
Yeah.
It's like, would you go see what you're talking
See
about?
what the context of the whole thing, the Rosa Parks line.
Right.
See what that's all about before you just get upset about taking that out of context. Jackass.
All right, why don't we do Bombs and Flubs Volume 2? We've been teasing this for like 2 days. The listeners are getting kind of pissed off. That
Hazards
we haven't
of
gotten
live
to this.
radio. We screw up every so often.
That's right. It's our blooper
bloopers,
segment.
bleeps, and blunders.
It's our blooper segment on the O&A program. The O&A virus. No, I didn't get him.
I thought he turned his head a little bit.
I got that stupid Harry real good.
Did ya?
I was looking for a bathroom key, and she's in the hallway trying to see if the bathroom door's open, and there's a woman walking away, and I just scream and miss, and then close the door.
She turns around, looks at Harry like it's him.
Oh, and that dumbbell's just kind of stand there in his awful shorts.
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah, there's no way to explain that. It's the worst when that happens.
Take it up, man.
All right, Bombs and Flubs Volume 2. This is Nathaniel's pretty much spearheading this bit, Anthony. And
Nathaniel is quite the go-getter here out of this crew. At least he's the one. I know all of them work very hard.
What are you
but
talking
he's
about?
the
Danny
one...
had the guitar riff on the new Drew Boogie Wow remix.
Oh,
you worked very hard
I'm
on that.
supposed to be thrilled that some guy probably smoking a little pot is playing some guitar. Great. Great, wonderful. I'm saying I know they all work very hard.
Danny, you going to take that? He can't hear you.
I know they work very hard, but Nathaniel wants everyone to know how hard he's working. He comes in a lot. He's in this studio a lot. He brings his little pad with notes on it. That just says working.
He looks important always.
Yeah.
You're right.
It looks like he's working hard all the time. I like that.
Well, I mean, even though I do put a lot of time in these things, occasionally I might make a mistake in marking them, and Opie wants to know where this came from or what going on here.
Right.
So I feel like it slows the show down if I have to write a note or I am E-Rock, so...
Where is E-Rock? Where the hell has E-Rock been?
Where is he?
What happened?
He's doing something else.
He's been out of this studio the entire show today.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
Oh, God. Oh, you bastard. Wow. That was perfect timing. He was walking right through the door when you said that, and he couldn't hear the replay quickly
You
enough.
might want to listen to the replay. I can't even look at you.
It's been people are questioning where you have been. What are you doing?
He comes in, he picks up some gum and just throws 3 pieces in his mouth.
Yeah, what was that about? Where have you been?
I was
Who
getting some
cares?
Yeah, the show is running fine without you. Go back to whatever you were doing.
Oh, you horrid. You're a horrid man.
Every once in a while I get one out, Anyway.
Why would you? I'm not too Is it bad?
I sometimes dread coming in here.
Why? And he sits right next to you. That's the great thing.
Yeah.
I got an idea. I don't want to embarrass the kid, but I got an idea.
What?
You got a yeast infection?
What do you got?
I just got an idea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're
What is
gonna,
it, Opie? I'd
is
love
it
to
one of
know.
those things like a show related, or you're just going to help him out with this idea?
I'm just gonna be sliding stuff to him during the show.
Oh, is that what you're going to
It's gonna look like notes, but it's gonna be other things.
Things written on Listerman strips?
Just
Quick, it's a secret. Destroy the evidence. You have to eat it.
Yeah. Anyway, Nathaniel is doing the bombs and flubs for the show. The guys are working on some other things too. I've been hearing.
Yes, and
So-
let me-
something to do with farts and maybe some other things that they won't let on to yet.
And let me also add that it was really a group effort this time. A lot of people
Oh.
contributing the bombs and flubs.
Without even accepting his award, he's thanking people already.
Yeah, were you a fucking documentary of the year winner? You know, I couldn't have done this alone.
Best foreign language film.
Well, everybody, everybody's a credit whore around here. So
That is true.
And I'm exactly that way in the booth. So
Yeah.
trying to be
All right.
nice. Sorry.
Well, without further ado,
Evidence.
how great is that? We got Bombs and Flubs Volume 2, Laszlo in studio. We're going to get to your tech stuff, because you came in with material, right?
I never get to half of it.
I know.
That's
I'm
true.
sorry.
You come in with stuff, and we babble, and you never get to it.
Dude, we never get to... You should see the stuff we never get to. We should do a whole show someday on the stuff we never got to.
You should just outsource it to another show.
That's not a bad idea. Okay, here we go.
My birthday today.
Your
it's
birthday was
not.
fucking yesterday. I listened to the show.
Thank you, Leslie.
Yeah, Jimmy. You can't claim 2 birthdays.
How was Ozfest?
I'll talk about it later.
Yeah, that we have to get. We have to get to
Yeah,
that.
we're supposed to get to that as well. All right, let's get through Bombs and Flubs, then we'll do Laszlo and Jimmy's experience at Ozfest. And,
Yes.
and then I think that would wrap up a very fine show.
Wow, today is really flying by, I got to say.
Yeah.
Yesterday, little clock watching going on there yesterday. A little rough.
Started at 7:10.
I looked up, at about 7:15 and went, "Whoa, I thought it was 10 by now."
And Jimmy just bails. Right
Jimmy
at 10.
left. Jimmy reached down, pulled a handle between his seat, the roof opened up, and he popped right out with a parachute.
I had to, dude. I knew the best birthday ever was coming.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into that in a few
Okay,
minutes.
Ope.
Let's get
I'm
through
a big boy.
Bombs and Flubs. Today we're going to start with Flubs, Anthony. A little different.
Now, why don't we explain what the difference between a bomb and a flub is? A flub is when we're speaking and the words just come out twisted. You mean to say one word, for some reason, a totally different word pops out of your face, and the very sympathetic crowd that we hang out with here in the studio doesn't just let it slide. They point it out and laugh at you. The bomb is what just happened to Ben earlier in the program. You say something you think might get a reaction, a little chuckle, and it gets nothing.
Right.
And you bombed.
And these guys are trying to come up with other, ideas as
Categories?
far as categories and stuff. I have one that might work. Just as simple as this: line of the day.
Line of the day.
Because every day there's just that one line that just blows you away. Like the line about the Parkinson's that you did. I heard that on the replay all weekend long.
Oh.
I laughed harder every time I heard it.
90-pound lead hat cures Parkinson.
That one's a good one. Line of the day, and just start collecting the
That's
lines of
funny.
the day. The ones that are just over the top home runs.
I think it's funny that Ope mentions line of the day after he
Of
just
course.
Ah.
He's calling me out on
I
it. Of
knew
course.
there was some kind of motive there.
Because now I know I could be part of that bit.
Please.
I'll have 1 out of the 30.
That was a 2-run home run off the upper deck. And
Line of the day, though. I
Line
think
of
there's
the
something
day
there.
by guys in the studio whose name starts with G.
Glenn Hughes.
All right. Here we go. Let's start with Flubs. Bombs and Flubs, Volume 2. The first one is from old Jimmy Norton.
You mind your fucking business, especially when it concerns me and Liddy.
Concerns?
Concerns?
Hey, watch out. This concerns me.
Concerns. Oh, people also are requesting something for this.
Yeah.
I read the message boards, and people are requesting that you put a small beep tone at the end of the clip. Because people don't know when the clip is done and when we're back commenting on how funny the flub was. You know? People have no idea.
I'll do this.
Can you do that over and over again? For today, at least? Or do you get scared?
Sometimes I get scared because the loud noise startles me.
All right, well,
I'll do it, Bell. I can do this.
All right. Okay.
All right.
There we go.
And that means we're back live?
Yeah.
Or how about this? When something bombs and we laugh and then we're laughing. All right, good, I was going to say, but good, I'm ready to end the next clip.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Here we go. The next flub is from... We're back.
I couldn't wait.
Fucking asshole. I hate you all. The next flub is from Anthony.
Uh-oh. Beyonce's ass is giant. She has a huge fat ass. It's awful. But they
Looks like she sat down in a gravel driveway.
Oh. It looks like two people sat on a gravel driveway. That is a giant ass. Each cheek of her ass is a normal person's ass cheek.
It's massive.
Full ass.
It's great. It's addition.
Yeah. I said each cheek of her ass looks like a normal person's ass cheek, and then I said a normal person's ass. I fucked up. That could go in the fuck up reel, by the way, because I did screw up.
Bombs and flubs.
Yes, there we go.
Now we're back live.
Oh God, what a cold too. Big cold nose.
I said her ass.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you guys took our advice and went back.
Yeah,
really old
really
shows.
far back.
Yeah, that one was from Thursday.
Still hacking phlegm up from that. Very cold.
Right.
The recording is in the elevator. Yeah, I can't believe that happened. Doom. See you tomorrow.
It's a mix.
A
Yeah,
mix.
a
All right.
mix. Okay.
Sure. The next flub is from old Jimmy Norton.
The P volume of encyclopedias, in case you want to discuss filibusters.
Exactly. Jimmy's getting pounded, by the way.
Why?
Because filibuster would be found in the F encyclopedia.
Oh, I thought it was a P.
And of course, our listeners not letting you get away with that one.
And they
Jimmy.
absolutely shouldn't. Yeah. I'm a PHUCKING idiot.
That's very good. I didn't know either. Stupid bad spelling me. I sat there and went, yeah, exactly.
That should be bombs.
Yeah, PH section.
Bombs, flubs, and little phonetical errors.
Little spelling error.
All right, the next one, we go back to Anthony.
Oh, the news shows do the same thing we're doing here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the pundits, they speculate, and people go, oh, well, did you hear on the news?
Who does?
Who
does?
The pundits.
The pundits do.
Yeah.
Cool.
What did I say?
The pundits.
It's not a pundit?
No.
What is it?
It's a pundit.
Pundit?
Pundit with a T.
We all learned something new on this
that from
program.
G. Gordon Libby.
Let me see. You're absolutely sure?
Yes.
You've been
Yeah.
saying
No, it's just his
pundit for
opinion.
years.
No, it's not a pundit.
Sorry. Don't
It's all right.
be
No,
so defensive
no,
about it.
No, I'm not.
No, it isn't.
I can finally be right.
You are right.
Jesus, let's all chill down.
What?
Chill down. What?
Pundit.
What is Dave Douglas doing here?
Pundit.
Good visual for the Boston crew around here. All right, here we go.
You get it?
I stink.
Pundit, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you fucker, Jimmy. You really laid into me. It wasn't even a nice way. I might laugh and chuckle when you have a little flub or a little misstep there. But you were like, yeah, no, it isn't.
It was so satisfying.
Yes. Yes, it is. I go, really? It's that way? Yes, it is. Don't question me.
Because it's rare that it happens, and I just wanted to savor victory.
I can't believe I went through that long of a life with saying that way.
Isn't it a picky one, though?
Pundit. No, that is just a legitimate, I've been
Pundit.
fucking up that word.
Yeah, the word, it's pundit.
All right.
And that one's over a month old. I just want to get in.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Daniel, Jesus.
Jeez, you must have had to pull that off a reel-to-reel.
Yeah, God forbid you find something with an 04 after the slash.
Why not take the rest of the day off? Jesus.
Holy crap. It's like my ex-girlfriend and I were talking one time, and she was saying pontificate meant to think deeply. And I'm like, stupid, no, it doesn't. It means to preach.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm pontificating. I mean, I'm in deep thought. And
No.
the satisfaction at that pompous ass.
Did you punch her in the face?
No, I just ate her ass for a few minutes.
You showed
I
her.
straightened her out, jerked off all over my floor.
Old Professor Butterscotch teaching her.
No.
Say it again.
Now I'm pontificating. She's like, you're speaking? I'm like, no, I'm catching hepatitis from you. That's what pontificating means.
All right, the next flub is from Jim Norton.
We'd be in the car with Florentine. He would fart. I swear to God, if me, him, and Levy were in the cup, I would fart into a cup and hand it to him, and he'd smell it and go, not bad.
How did all of you fit in a cup?
What?
You said we were in the cup.
Didn't I say we were in the car?
No, you said you're all in the cup. I knew where you were going, but I had to call you on
I
it.
really am a zilch.
All in a cup. And the little teacups at Disney spinning around.
I actually met an athletic supporter. 3 of us were just hanging out inside of Ben's athletic supporter, using it as a toboggan.
Well, you could. That was very good. That was kind of picky, though.
No, you were
kind
right.
of said cup, and then you said car.
All
I
right.
said we were all hanging out in the cup.
We have another one from Jimmy.
That was from the Dark Ages. That was 3 weeks ago.
I know.
Is that it?
This happened at the end of the Dragon Wagon call, which is a very famous bit on the show.
Old.
I will put you on my church's pray list.
You do that, and then you should fucking hook it up to the church. I fucked that one up. Fuck
You were rolling. You were rolling without an error for the whole time.
That's all right. I just couldn't think of the jerk reference real quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
dang.
I guess we could skip number 7 and go right to 8.
I don't want to skip 7. I like doing 7.
7 is brutal. Jerry Lee Lewis from Whackbag. He learned Anthony can't be harmed by Master Poe because he's an 18 sorcerer who can conjure up large balls of Steve.
Yeah, you.
A conjure, I know. Shut up.
Sure, he's already to pounce.
Shut up. Because I was laughing and I couldn't say the word right.
Good thing you're not French. You'd say hello like bonjour.
Bonjour. Conjure. That's a good one.
All right. Back to Jimmy.
You're doing
This
Warcraft.
elixir will grow hair and cure the vapors.
All right. Well, Patty, we don't have anything for you today, so thanks for
It
coming
heals
in.
camel toe.
This thing.
Oh.
Man, I couldn't think of the word elixir.
I hit the mic. That was a visual flub. I went to ring the bell and I dinged my mouse.
Wow.
I just slapped the top of my mouse. What a complete ass.
And it opens your hidden window, and it's the guy being fucked by the horse.
I always keep the sexy pictures behind the browser. Oh, what an idiot.
All right.
Let me double click this.
Finally, the last
Stink.
The last flub.
Put another log on the Steve.
Chesting?
Chesting!
I was going to sing Chestnuts Roasting by Steve Sweet, but of
You're
course...
so eager to get it all out in one word.
Chestnuts Roasting. Chesting.
Chesting fire.
Fat neck, little thin lips.
Oh, so eager to please.
Old Komodo dragon torso.
Dragon? Just shut up. Stop the pain.
That's a really good one.
Dragon.
Right there.
Lovey, there's a dragon up here.
And is it ironic that someone said logs and I blurted out chest?
I love this bit.
Very good.
Bombs and Flubs Volume 2.
Put more bombs in there, though. That was great, but they're mostly
Oh,
flubs,
no.
but there's
No,
not...
I started with just flubs.
Those are all flubs.
That's another thing.
Jimmy?
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's
Okay.
another thing they're keeping track of, by the way.
What?
When we're not listening.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I just didn't know that was what... Okay.
Well, now we're going to do
Those
the
are
bombs.
all flubs. Now we have all bombs.
And Nathaniel's smart. He knows that the bombs are stronger than the flubs, right?
Right.
Even though it's called bombs and flubs, he started with flubs, knowing that if you end with the strong stuff, which in this case would be the bombs.
At least I didn't say put more flubs in. At least I knew that they were...
They were bombs.
I sure
Flubs.
did.
All right, here's the first bomb.
PHLUBS.
Here's Jimmy bombing, believe it or not, on the Opie and Anthony show. You
I
were
don't
talking
believe
about
it.
how your goal is to just live in bed and
Yeah,
stuff. And,
sure.
And I had audio, actually, from your bathroom.
Oh, really?
From your bedroom.
A bedroom, bathroom, if I can make that the same room.
Some room with a B?
Right. Be better. The bitchin'? See? Bitch kitchen.
Oh, you.
My body temperature.
Clearly, that was mislabeled because that was an Anthony
Right,
bomb.
that's an Anthony
Okay.
bomb.
How about bombs, flubs, and mislabels, which leads to firings?
Is that with a PH?
Yes, when I said which leads to firings instead of which lead, but we all
And
understand.
I wasn't even
Okay,
listening. What was
understood.
the bomb in that?
Go ahead, Anthony.
Sorry to make you repeat it, but I swear to God I wasn't listening on that one.
I don't know. It's just some awful reference to a room that starts with a B, and I said
Oh, you said
bitchin'.
bitchin'.
That would be a kitchen, but with a B, because that isn't that wacky?
That
It's
was-
kitchen with a B. Ha ha.
That was boffle.
Now I'm concerned about the rest of the labels.
Uh-oh. Damn it. Is this like a chain reaction? The first one's off, then
Yeah,
all
because that one says Jim bombing by saying, "Hey, Judia."
Oh yeah.
I don't
no.
I
Oh,
don't
boy.
believe that that bombs
boy.
anyway. I think they just removed the laugh in post.
All
Right.
So here's someone from our show bombing. I'm not even going to
We'll
follow
figure it out.
the cue sheet anymore.
You know what I'm thinking about? When kids learn to speak, it's like the hardest thing in the world. Ever watch, like, Telemundo for a half hour? Like, you force yourself to try to figure out what the hell they're saying?
Yep.
That's what it's like to be one.
How much?
Car crash.
Yeah, Opie gave you the crickets.
Oh,
I had a car crash.
I like this one, actually. Our good friend Jay Moore bombing.
Yes.
I don't know. I think he should have got something for that.
Yeah?
That was kind of a good line, I thought.
But it was just great the way.
I bet you none of us were listening, and that was the problem.
It was just when it's on the phone and it lays there and there's silence in the studio. You're just like,
The next bomb. I think it might be Jimmy's. Yeah, we never made it to the moon.
No,
We never did it.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
We never
the
made it
Sea
to
Rock.
moon.
The Sea Rock.
Because the flag, you could tell it was like blowing in the wind or something. There was
Oh.
some kind of gravity thing happening.
And there was also like a weird M in the back.
Yeah.
Was serving
Yeah.
burgers.
You ever hear Cronkite screw it up?
Wow.
Jesus.
Oh, that's his...
Lady.
No, that was mine. Don't blame me for that clunker.
I almost bailed you out.
Yep.
When it's a Cronkite. Oof. That was a brutal
That could be
one.
bombing and the not listening segment all in one.
Yeah, all at once.
There's a lot of not listening happening.
That bomb's so bad, though, you didn't even recognize that humor had been attempted.
All right, here's Anthony bombing.
And also, I think Phil Collins actually did a session or two. He always tells the story. He goes, he sat in on a session. He said he wanted to play drums, but obviously...
Jimmy bombing.
They played, Hey Judia.
I like it.
That wasn't bad.
I enjoyed it.
Nathaniel made me do that. So it's got to be marked.
Oh, now he's got a little... that fucker's just standing there with his pen.
I know, now with his pen, waiting for us to fuck up.
This is why Nathaniel stinks, because he's lazy, he doesn't want to go back over the old ones, so he's like, I'll just get all the new ones.
New ones.
He's already got 5 from today.
Of course he does.
He'll make believe he found them months ago.
He wants to know if he could use the flubs that we've used during the flub segment, because it's a new segment now.
Yes.
So he's just going to replay those.
All right, here's the Kaplan brothers.
Double bomb.
That wasn't even a crash. That was a sputter and running out of gas.
Oh, okay. There you have it.
A bomb within a bomb.
Yeah.
Wow, very good.
My Beatles one shouldn't have gotten a car crash. It should have gotten a gunshot and a brain tumor.
Cronkite. That's a good one. All right.
It's kind of like the Cronkite and Watergate scandal.
Yeah. Ooh. Mark that one, Sam.
Asterisk.
Just in case you need a little reference.
That's a flom. I bet you bomb with a flub.
How come the actual flub is barely there? Didn't I say Cronkite?
That's sort of what you were making fun of me about, is using the bomb from the bomb segment.
Okay.
The last bomb
I didn't even hear me say Cronkite.
No, he said Cronkite.
He said Cronkite?
That was his
Who
old...
said Cronkite?
Oh, God. His flub was Cronkite, and you were making fun of him, and then he tried to recover with a joke.
I don't even listen to myself.
There's going to be the ultimate coming up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This one's good?
I hope so.
It's
the last one?
It's a little long. That's why I'm a little nervous.
No, this one should work.
All right, the final bomb in the Bombs and Flubs Volume 2 segment.
Right.
Here it is. A quick clip here. Virginia Graham. Anyone know who Virginia Graham is?
Yes, but I don't want to spoil it.
She was a dancer, wasn't she?
Virginia Graham.
She was the son of a cracker mogul.
Graham.
I think she worked.
No?
I think she was one of these. Well, we know the clip, but she obviously worked
Invented a cracker?
She obviously worked with
No.
Mike Wallace.
I just did a cracker joke that bombed.
You did?
Yeah, I said she was the daughter of a cracker mogul.
I didn't even listen to you.
That's how badly we listen. My cracker
a pile-up on the Cracker Highway.
My cracker joke bombed, then he leaped into the cracker pool.
You know what?
That was like you stuck your head up and got shot, and I just went, "What happened?" And shot my head up.
You know,
What an idiot.
I got to point out, ever
That's
since
great.
we acknowledge that we don't listen to each other, it makes listening to the replay so much fucking fun.
I can't wait to hear me bomb with the same cracker joke.
But I might have even said she was the son of a cracker mogul. Mine might have bombed on every level, but it just got. Not only did it bomb, nobody acknowledged that a person had spoken.
I wasn't listening to you. I would have laughed at that, obviously, because I felt enough confidence in the cracker joke to use it myself. Oh, the famous cracker line, yes.
I did say son, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a girl, and you said son of a cracker mogul. I was, my head is just churning away trying to come up with something funny, and the cracker joke came out. I wasn't listening to Jimmy.
And I will say that's the first time I ever made a gender mistake without cash being exchanged.
Bravo, there you have it. Bombs and flubs.
Very
volume two.
good, Nathaniel.
Bombs, flubs, and...
Oh, Jimmy!
How do you talk on that microphone after blowing ass on it?
How do you not? It smells wonderful.
Boobs always bring this show to a halt.
Oh, screeching halt.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Whip 'em Out Wednesdays. Whip 'em Out Wednesdays.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is beautiful. Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Those are real.
How about the woman that took her shirt off?
Ah, yeah.
Sexy girls. Sexy girls. You have sorry girls show boobs. Boobs. I see boobs. Boobs.
Yes.
He just got wowed.
Wow. Hey.
It was amazing.
That's nice. Opie and Anthony.
Hey, yeah.
It's world renowned.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Whip 'em Out Wednesdays.
Those are real.
Cancel your appointment.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Whip 'em Out Wednesdays.
Show us your findings.
Oh, wow.
XM 202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
If someone get in the best of you. If someone get in the best of you. And someone taking your face, it's real. The pain you feel, you trust, you must confess. If someone get in the best of you.
Ooh, must be amore going on in the bathroom. Must be some bathroom loving going on with Opie and Jimmy. They're gone.
How is it that you outsourced Master Poe with a couple of like geeky honkies?
I don't know.
Where's Poe?
Where is Poe? Poe isn't out there? Court again?
We purposely did that to see how you would sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was your audition.
Oh, I don't care. I'll babble about anything while you two are...
It was fine.
Doesn't matter to me.
It was hot. We were going to just take the rest of the day off. And
That would have been cool. You just not come back. Yeah, why not?
You talk more about your broken fan on your computer.
Right.
We did that one time. Remember, we all decided to leave on a guest.
Walked out of the studio and the guest was just sitting there. Was it Steve the Whistler?
It was. Was it?
Why haven't we had bad guest day in a long time?
How about we have guest day?
Just start with guest day.
Wednesdays is any guest day.
How about a guest that's not one of our friends? Let's start there.
We're like crying for a guest like Cindy Williams these days.
Well, I worked.
Wouldn't that be great?
I worked on a guest yesterday.
You did?
I certainly did. I think I got us somebody who will actually either do a phone or come in when he can.
And who would that be, Jimmy?
Oh, Bill Ward.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Were you hobnobbing yesterday?
I was backstage at Ozfest.
Backstage at Ozfest for his little birthday.
As happy as I've ever been, and me and Florentine are walking around, and Jim comes over to me and goes, "Dude, Bill Ward's on his drum riser." And I'm like, "Let's go look at Bill Ward." So we're standing 5 feet from Bill Ward, 40 minutes he's like warming up or waiting for a picture. And the people are just walking up to him, talking to him. Some Jim's like, "Let's just walk up to him." So we walk up to the drum riser, and he's like, it's like, "Bill, can we get a picture?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like the greatest guy ever. So he stands up. Of course, I run up. He brings me behind on the drum set. I'm on Sabbath stage. This is like 3 in the afternoon. I'm standing in his drum set. We do a picture. Then I start talking about satellite radio, and he's really interested in it. And so he said that he would come on the show, and he
Did
was
you
very
kiss him?
sincere. No, we talked for like probably 15 minutes about satellite radio and how bad commercial radio is, and he's got his own show, and I think he should get a show on the Boneyard. That's just me.
That's just you, but
This is how Jim and Jim Florentine were backstage at Babe Fest with Gene Simmons, both just sort of standing real close to each other, nervously fingering their digital cameras, ready to pounce.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about with Jimmy. Is getting the pictures.
Well, dude, I had to. I mean, once you get Bill Ward, and then you get a picture with Geezer Butler, and then you get a picture with Tony Iommi.
Tony Iommi?
When you realize, and then Ozzy walks by and you say hello real quick, you don't get to talk to him, but on your birthday, when you get to talk to every member of Black Sabbath, you really have a wonderful, wonderful birthday.
That's a perfect.
Oh my
And you were
goodness.
saying how you hate birthdays yesterday.
That
See?
was the best
See what
birthday
happened?
I've ever had.
Bestest birthday ever for Jimmy.
Bruce Dickinson, Iron Maiden, got him. I got everybody I wanted. It was fantastic.
Wow,
And
and you right up there on
I
stage.
annoyed Geezer and I annoyed Iommi.
You did?
Geezer's they walk in, they're doing this Babe Fest Oz Feast, which is Oz Feast, not Babe Fest, a quick appearance backstage with like 20 fans, and of course I'm back there, and they come back to the backstage area, but they're gonna go on the tour bus first, so I panic and run over, I'm like, Geezer?
Oh, because you think they're leaving?
Yeah, and he turns around and looks at me.
Oh, you overeager douche.
He turns around and looks at me, and they just kind of like walks onto the bus. So I'm like, fuck. I kind of rushed it. Okay. So then they come off the bus. They're going to come over to the signing. I walk over. I go, hey, guys. And the tour manager goes, just be patient, man. You'll get it.
Oh, no. Oh, you were the impatient guy.
And then I wait a couple minutes.
how embarrassing.
And then I wait a couple of more minutes. And I see Iommi there. I'm like, hey, Tony, I'm going to be interviewing you next week for XM. He's like, okay.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm like, I just want to know if I can get a picture with you. And he goes, well, I think we're doing this thing. And then they turn around and go back onto the bus to do an interview with Cousin Ed. So I'm like, fuck. And then they finally come out off the bus again.
Oh, you overeager
Dude,
little shit.
I was awful. They come off the bus. They go to where they make the fans all sit at the tables.
I'd have had
20
security
people.
remove you by that point. I'd have looked out of the bus window and go, see that little fuck? He is so annoying. Get him out of here.
Well, they come out, and now all the fans are seated. They're like, everybody has to sit down and be cool. And so Tony is standing there signing an autograph, and I just walk up and go, oh, hey, man, do you think I can get a picture with you because I'm at the station? He goes, oh, you again.
Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't say, oh, you again.
Yes, he did.
You are so embarrassing.
Oh,
You're
the
the worst.
worst.
Oh, you again.
You again.
Oh, God.
I
That is horrible.
I had this laminate, and I was too embarrassed to ask Geezer and Tony to sign it because I annoyed both of them. So this guy, Monkey, who works at
YSP?
yeah, man,
Monkey Boy.
yeah, he's great. So I fucking just begged him to get them to sign it. I'm like, come on, dude, just walk up to him. I'm like pestering him, and he got them to sign it, and I got Bill. So
Oh,
it
you
was-
embarrassment.
Dude, oh, you again. I'm really annoyed. And I got to see him next week.
Just be patient. Like the overeager retarded kid that wants to go on the ride. And they're like, no, and you haven't like done what you have to do yet. And they're just tugging at you. I want to go. Yeah, that's what you are, the little impatient retarded child.
But hey, Florentine, he asked Melissa from YSP to take his picture with Geezer, and she hit the camera, twice and didn't get it. So he stood next to Geezer Butler and didn't get his picture.
Oh, no.
Fuck
She's
him.
not the brightest.
Dude,
Yeah,
is any
I was
blonde
about
with-
to say.
No blonde with big tits is capable of taking a picture. I'm sorry. No, I like
Working a
Melissa.
camera?
Especially when
Forget
she's the spokesmodel for a radio station.
Yeah.
We worked with her.
Yeah, we remember her from
So anyway, we may have Bill Ward come on. And
That would be cool.
I would love to have Bill in studio chit-chatting.
Let's go to the phone and say hi to Johnny B.
Wow.
What a
Hey,
day.
what's up?
I was
Good
so
morning,
happy.
What's up, Johnny?
What's up, Laz? Happy belated birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, mister.
I just had a question for Laszlo. Laszlo, what's coming down the pike as far as MP3 players? Is Dell coming out with like a flash memory player?
I think Dell might already have one. The big rumor right now is that Apple might do a video iPod.
Yeah,
so
I've heard
that
about that.
not only, now you can pay $2 and you get to watch, a postage stamp size thing of Jay-Z fronting and but I mean, I would stick with the iPod family. I know that Jimmy hates them, but I'd stick with them.
I don't hit him.
All right, man.
It is a very convenient design. I like it.
I don't agree with that at all.
No?
I've been using an iRiver piece for the past year and a half that never gave me problems.
Really?
And that's all I do is pick up and drop off broken iPods.
And is it convenient? Easy to display, easy to use.
Yeah, I should have brought it in, but yeah, it is. It's USB. It goes straight to the computer, and mine is old, and it's never had a battery problem ever. iRiver doesn't make anything else but MP3 players. It's iRiver.com, That's the one I've always used and told everybody else to use, and very convenient.
Celebrity endorsement here.
How many songs does it hold?
It's they got
60?
They have a 5 gig, a 10 gig, they have a 20 gig, and they have a 40 gig now.
There's a lot of people that rave about the iRiver.
Yeah.
What is iRiver?
Very.
Were you not listening?
No, he's saying he
He's
used
over there reading the paper.
He just told you exactly what it was.
What? I heard him say iRiver. I'm listening to you, but you said no. I heard Drew say he disagrees.
He said he disagrees, and then he said he uses iRiver, and then he described exactly what iRiver is.
Jimmy's in delay.
You were reading the paper. You were not paying attention to Drew Boogie.
I was shivering.
Well, let's get into it with Laszlo. What else you got there, Laz?
I saw this new software that's in beta the other day that your brother might be interested in, because I hear you using your airwaves for your brother's looking for like a drummer, or did he find?
Oh, he was, but no, he's got one now.
Because there's this new software that is called eJamming, and it's basically chat rooms for musicians, but you plug your equipment into the machine.
And you jam in a chat room?
Right. Everybody can hear what you're
Wow,
playing.
that's pretty wild.
Obviously, the closer you are to the other people, there's less latency. They say the worst latency is like 60 milliseconds, which is noticeable.
Yeah.
But you can set up rooms and reserve seats, for your musician friends, and then you can designate a seat that you need a saxophone player. And if they suck, you just hit the dump button and they get kicked out.
The easy way. No band politics, just throw them right out.
Right.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's at ejamming.com. They're signing people up for the beta right now, so it's gonna be like $20 a month, and all those lonely musicians living in the middle of nowhere can get together with other people. And
So like the same thing as a online gaming platform where you go online and play games with other people. Now you're plugging your instrument in and actually playing with other live people online.
Right. And I'd love to just be a fly on the wall and listening to,
Imagine a real band gets into it.
Shit.
Imagine a real band gets into it just as a goof because
Like
they're
Metallica
bored.
plugs in.
Metallica, U2, and they tell Adam or something or Edge to take the day off,
Right.
and they're gonna make believe they're like some kind of U2 cover band.
And you're actually playing with you too, and you don't know.
You
it.
have no
I was playing
idea.
with this guy last night, Paul Hewson. What a voice box on that guy.
You know how these bands get bored. That would be a great thing to do on the road, and then show it off on a website somewhere.
Yeah.
Do they think it's a cover band showing up, and then the real U2
That's
walks
the real
into a
U2.
bar
You
with
haven't
like 200 people?
Yeah, that's gonna be funny too.
No, they'd have to have a video. They'd have to videotape it
Yeah.
because everything U2 does, they have to videotape them running around Manhattan.
Of course.
And also on chat rooms, they're shutting down chat rooms in Australia. They have chat rooms on mobile phones, and the teens are really into it.
Yeah.
And
Hot.
people.
And
Right.
So are the pedophiles, probably.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
And there's
happy
been,
hunting grounds.
There was a 23-year-old man picked up a 13-year-old girl.
Ooh.
And so they shut down all the mobile chat rooms and
Because of one pedophile?
because of one guy having fun.
Pedophile. It's his personal taste.
Yeah, why don't you stop being so judgmental?
Right.
Guy wants to make
Right.
friends.
Right. Back in the 1300s, that would have been completely acceptable.
Right. Absolutely.
He'd be dead by 25 anyway.
Damn this longer life expectancy.
And by the way, that's hogwash.
What?
Ooh, easy.
You ever go through a graveyard and you see the old tombstones? They were living quite nicely.
They were?
I've heard ever since I can remember that they only lived to like 35
Life
or whatever.
expectancy was, 25.
If you ever been to a graveyard, you see the tombstones 1620 to 1705.
Well,
I thought they were supposed to only live 30 years or so.
Those are the rich people that could afford tombstones. The rest,
Yeah,
the
that's
rest
the
that
other
died
one.
at 25 got
All right,
dumped in
good
the
point.
river.
Put him in the plague pit.
Right, all right, good point.
Dumped him in there.
And Anthony, I was thinking they're launching a new service on Long Island for people that are internet speed junkies.
Yeah.
And have a little extra dough.
I've heard about this, too.
You get a direct fiber optic line to your house.
Yeah, right to your house, fiber optic. Now you're talking speeds that are how many times faster than cable?
10 times
Yeah.
faster than cable.
10 times faster than cable.
They said you can download a movie in 6 minutes.
Yep.
Which is what it's always about.
That is absolutely what it's about.
That's like I was talking to the Verizon guy last week, and it's like, what's this good for? It's like download movies.
Yeah.
Episode 1 in 6 minutes.
How much is it to do that?
I don't know what the pricing is.
It's not as bad as you would think it is. It really isn't. I was looking into it. I'm actually
Of course you were.
looking into it. I love the speed.
I'm getting cable soon
Yeah.
for my cable hookup.
Mhm.
I think Thursday or whatever.
Maybe it's available in your area.
Oh, okay. I want to get it.
Optimum. I have the Optimum online.
Well, and the other thing, see, the thing about cable that a lot of people don't know is that if you have the right software, you can sniff what everybody else is doing in your neighborhood, like what they're viewing on the internet.
With through their wireless network?
No, through cable.
Through cable.
Right. Because,
right. Yeah.
Because cable is shared broadband.
It's pretty much a huge network in your neighborhood.
It's a huge pipe that everybody in the neighborhood is sharing.
Yeah.
And your cable box basically filters out what everybody else is doing, and it only shows you your traffic.
Right.
But you can make a few alterations and maybe see what Anthony's poking around on.
See what I'm poking around? You'd be pretty bored.
10 o'clock at night.
You'd be pretty bored. A lot of gaming stuff. A lot of 3D modeling stuff.
Can you do that also with satellite, too, or no?
With satellite what?
Probably. With like DirecTV. What's the other one? I used to have, I didn't have cable. What's the other one?
DSL?
DSL.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got, I don't think you can do it with DSL.
You know what I love about, especially with cable speed? You ever see the Optimum Online commercials where they have a guy and he's talking about how he found his long-lost brother through using the search engines, and that he was kind of saying that Optimum Online and the speed of the cable helped him find his brother, and you kind of get the message that because he had dial-up before, finding his brother wasn't worth waiting for the dial-up. That is completely what I take away from this commercial. He's like, yeah, well, I used to have a slow connection, and I got Optimum Online, and it opened me up to the speed of the Internet, and now I was able to find my brother. Like he was trying a few times to dial up.
This is too slow.
This motherfucker ain't worth it. Click. I'm going out.
I got this email the other day that said, is there it was like a spam. Is there a sex offender in your neighborhood?
Oh.
And so it was just a stupid service. But there's the National Registry of Sex Offenders.
Yeah.
So as a hoot, I went to it and typed in my zip code, and boop, there pops up all the sex offenders, pictures of them, what they did.
Wow, how many?
And then there was only like 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Within a few block radius.
One city wants to pack all their sex offenders into a 3-block area. Problem is, it could be right next to your house.
Ooh, I'm scared.
But what you can do is you can type their name into Google and then your zip code, and their phone numbers pop up.
Ooh.
Yeah. So if you're bored and want to hook up with a sex offender,
talk to a few sex offenders.
If there's any chick that was like arrested for just blowing guys with crew cuts, you're gonna come in my mouth or I'll shoot you. I'll give that gal a ring.
You know what is happening? I noticed the other day. It's kind of a new thing, but I noticed it's very fucking annoying. Search engine. You go into Yahoo or Google. You type in what you want, and a thing comes up. You click on the link, and it takes you to another search engine that, like, say you're looking for
Pat Battle.
Pat Battle.
See, I could play along.
You put Pat Battle in the search engine, and then a link comes up, and it says Pat Battle, and you click on that, and all of a sudden it'll say, looking to buy Pat Battle online?
Yeah, right.
eBay links to Pat Battle.
Right.
And you get a whole thing.
Wow.
It's not. It was a search engine that didn't take you to what you want to see.
Right.
It took you in another fucking search engine.
It takes you to Nigerian eBay where you can bid on black
Pat
people.
Battle. Yeah.
Or it takes you to the internet in 1720. Looking to buy Pat Battle?
Click here to check her teeth.
Oh, my God.
All right, Drew's laughing. We're okay. We're okay. Drew's laughing.
Jesus.
God damn.
That's funny.
That's horrid.
Hey, I got a question for Laszlo.
All right.
Everyone wants to know about phones. Are they buying the right phone? Should they wait? Blah, blah, blah. What do you got on phones?
What, the new mobile phones that are coming
MP3 players, better picture taking. What's the deal?
Well, you're going to have like there's already 2 megapixel phones hitting the market, and the ones that do video, which is always good because there's already people taking pictures of other people doing illegal stuff and sending it off to the cops, which is
thank you.
Great to turn us into a big narc culture. But some of the new mobile phones that I saw at the big electronics fest in Germany, mostly everybody's trying to turn into a BlackBerry. Is what they're going after. That and I think they're going to go after the iPod market. I don't know if people want to have that much junk in their phone, because what tends to happen is it'll be a great camera, but it sounds like shit, right? The phone doesn't work well. Or it'll be a decent MP3 player, but the camera stinks. So it's sort
I
of
think we got to wait a little while.
I
before
had
they
the
kinda get
Trio,
that
and I
down.
got, I don't know what they do with XM, but I got to tell you, I hated the phone. Loved the rest of what the Trio gave me, but the actual phone, ugh.
I've heard nothing but horror stories about the Trio.
Yeah.
And then when I try to talk to Strelo on that stupid thing.
Yeah, Strelo would call us
Strelo on his Trio.
on his Trio.
And
it was awful.
Trilo.
Right. Sounds like somebody's got like a dog whistle in the background or something. It's just like this high
very tinny.
It gave me a great excuse to hang up on him, though, so I was happy about that.
Certainly are.
Well, mobile phones actually sounded better 10 years ago. Now that they've gone digital, they've got like that tiny slice of bandwidth, and everything sounds awful. Whereas before, when it's sort of analog, it's
a warmer sound.
So the difference between like vinyl and like an MP3 that's at 56 kilobits.
Yeah.
It's just, they sound awful.
It is really hard to get a phone that really sounds good and the volume is good. Because the worst is when your volume's down low and you have to turn it up. Because that quality, that bad phone quality, loud, hurts your friggin'
trying to
ears.
get on this shit. They won't let me.
What, Sean?
What seems to be the problem?
Oh, wow, look at that.
Hey, Sean.
No, I was just complaining about how you guys weren't going to put me on, but I guess you did.
Stop
You guys
bitching.
Yeah, I know I am. I was going to say, me and my girlfriend, we go to the NJ Sex Offender site, and, we just look at the pictures of the people and try to, guess the offense that they got in trouble for.
Oh
and it's so funny. 9 out of 10 times you can get it.
That's brilliant. That's
game.
absolutely brilliant.
Well,
you guys should be doing a radio show. That's brilliant.
You suck.
No, I actually was giving the guy a compliment.
You thought you were being sarcastic.
Not at all. That's a great bit.
And we will be doing it.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
$39 a month for 15 megs per second.
You were talking about hacking.
Wait, is that? I'm sorry to interrupt. Is that faster than T1? I thought the T1 was like the fast one. That was like $1,000 a month. A T1 line or whatever they're called, right?
Yeah, that you get like a corporate headquarters. You get the T1.
Is that faster than that or no?
This is as fast as you're ever going to need.
Okay.
15 megs a second. Is that what it is?
What's cable? How many megs a second?
I don't know.
4.5.
Could be.
You were talking about hacking, and we got to get to one of the stories of the day before we get out of here because.
Yeah.
We didn't even look at the prep sheet today. That proves we had a good show. We're not like during break like where do we go next?
And the show went by really quickly.
And there was a lot of great little stories and things on the prep sheet today.
Had intercourse with 2 teenagers. Pleads guilty to incest. That one.
We didn't get to that one.
We didn't get to that one.
Well, let me get this one really fast, and then maybe we have time to get to that.
Don't tease that little gem. Where is it?
Patients across the nation, there's a different story. Patients across the nation trying to reach their doctors during off hours got some unintended sexual healing thanks to a hacker who broke into a medical answering services system. Westchester DA, Janine blah blah, charged Gerald Martin, 37 appalling, with hacking into Statcom's computers in November, causing some patients to hear passionate moans and groans while on hold. Other callers merely got busy signals.
And it's a doctor's office.
Doctor's office. It was the competitor basically messing with one of his competitors there.
So you'd call up the doctor for an appointment and you start hearing moaning?
Yeah, exactly.
They just invented this machine at Michigan State University that it's like a robotic hand that does breast checks remotely. So
Are you kidding?
I swear to God, I saw that thing. I can't wait till somebody hacks that and a woman thinks she's getting a breast exam. It goes for the goods.
Starts tweaking her.
Oh, Jesus. I love all that robot fetish stuff. Have you ever looked into that?
No, robot fetish?
Dude, the people online that are into having sex with robots, they're sexually...
Stop.
I swear to God, I did a pitch to Playboy to write a story about it, and I think it was just too twisted for them.
That is really sick.
Oh, go to Hustler then. Jesus.
Sticking a Roomba on your cock.
Go right to Hustler. They show Inside Pink.
Oh, yeah.
Inside Pink.
They'll show girls pissing on robots.
Oh, dude.
Shorten them out.
Great movie reviews. Hustler is phenomenal.
Yeah, we never got to your movie reviews.
That's all
Another
right.
bit we never did.
We'll get to it.
We will get to it. Is it still here? Yeah, it's right there.
Here's a cute story. A Kitchener woman. Where's Kitchener? Toronto Star, so I guess it's up in old Canada. A Kitchener woman has pleaded guilty to having sexual intercourse with her 2 teenage sons on separate occasions. What a mom.
I'll say.
35-year-old woman's going to be sentenced next month. The court heard that the woman told a worker at an alcohol detox center that she'd done this after going to deal with her alcoholism. Oh, she's done this. Yeah, she's going to go deal with her alcoholism. Alcohol was involved in both incidents. Woman split up with a husband. The boys lived with her. A few months later, she left them at her husband's doorstep with a note saying she couldn't take care of them.
I'm done with them.
Yeah. After some time, she began visiting her sons at her ex-husband's house. This lasted several years until her husband began suspecting she was drinking and reduced the contact. During one visit, the mother gave her sons alcohol, the court heard. As the night wound on, everyone went to bed except the woman and one son. He and his mother began a conversation about his girlfriend, which turned to sexual matters. The two embraced, removed their clothes, and sexual intercourse followed. The next day they discussed what happened, decided it was wrong, and that it would never happen again. That's so dirty. On March 12th, the two boys were visiting the mother once more. Alcohol again in the scene. Everyone went to bed again, except the second son. He was feeling drunk. His mother helped him downstairs to bed and started to tuck him in. He began playing with his mother's hair, and they began a conversation about his social life. The teen told his mother he was having sexual fantasies about her. They embraced and had sex. The next day, the mother talked with the second boy and decided they would never do it again. And then I guess she went to this detox, admitted she had sex with her sons, to some clergy at the clinic. And the boys confirmed the story. The mother pleaded guilty to breaching a court order not to contact her sons after the arrest.
You do realize what happened here.
What?
The first son hit it, and he said to the other one, "You can fuck mom, but you gotta get her drunk." Why else would the other kids start playing with mom's hair?
Absolutely. The first son and the second son talked to each other.
I fucked her.
I fucked mom.
Oh, mom.
Great. She's a great lay.
Because instead of them both having a 9:30 curfew, the second son had to be in by 9:30. First son could stay out till 2 in the morning. Dude, what happened? I fucked her.
That's got to be a great AA meeting. You know, people are going around talking, what'd you do? I wrecked my car. What'd you do? I got into a fight with my girlfriend. Oh, bang my 2 sons.
I fucked my 2 sons.
You win.
I
Guess
fucked
what?
my son.
That is just awful.
That is really bad.
To play devil's advocate,
Jesus.
I don't find that to be a particularly attractive thing at all. I think it's gross.
No.
But you never know if your mom was hot. I mean, no offense, mom, you're sweet, but you were never, I'm never hot. But if your mom was really hot and 35, and who knows?
Oh, Jesus.
What, you play with her hair?
That crazy.
He's just playing with the hair after talking with the first son about how to get in there. You know, you got to get her drunk. Then just start talking about, like, your life and girlfriends and sex and, play with her hair a little. And, dude, you'll fuck her.
How do you think that conversation went? Oh, yeah. I just gave her some beer, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then I plowed her right home then.
I forgot they are from Canada. Yeah, I fucked Mommy. Yeah, it was great.
Mom said, put a little newfie into it.
Anything else, Laszlo?
That's about it. Just one thing that the UN is now looking to maybe take over the structural body that controls the internet. So.
Oh no!
Yes,
are you kidding?
Syria, Brazil, China, and other places where you can get thrown into prison for publishing a newspaper are upset that the internet has so much unregulated filth on it. So they want to take over ICANN, which is the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, and put some regulations in place.
There really isn't. I don't see that there are any real regulations on the internet that can be. You can't really regulate it. It is worldwide, and I could see them thinking that the UN would be perfect because it's an international body. You could bring all them in to legislate things and have the countries cooperating with what goes on it and what's allowed.
Well, if they control things at the root level, countries could like China could, if they had root level, they could just disallow anything political from the United States coming in, or anything from the .x.
Could they really?
Yeah, if they have root level access, to the way that.
What if someone in China decides they're gonna dial up somewhere and go through another country perhaps to get in? Wouldn't there be other ways of getting in and getting that in?
China regulates the internet now. I mean, you can't get to political news sites. You can't I mean, it's it's a.
You can't do it, or they'll chop your hands off if you.
No, you can't. You can't access it. They're controlling that at the server level, at the dial-ups and the internet service providers. I mean, this is a country that went in and shut down a bunch of their internet cafes because people were playing too much head-to-head video games with people in other countries, and then maybe get into conversation about politics. Yeah, it's just like.
That is an awful
Can you get your
place.
hands chopped off for saying the wrong thing in public? No, not over here.
How we even deal with that country on a level like they're actually civil.
I like it. They keep the ladies in line.
Yeah.
You're not
Wrap
gonna
their
have a bunch
feet up
of
real tight.
Not a bunch of screaming brats. You get one, the second one in the river.
Little river of babies.
My response to that is, guess what? America invented the internet. If you don't like it, unplug.
There you go. America invented the internet.
I like to call it the good old US of A.
Yeah. And remember our assignment America people.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Have your little kids, your cute little children, cursing in some way, shape, or form.
Creatively, yeah.
Creatively. Maybe doing a movie line or something. Maybe some of Jimmy's stand-up.
Assault this jizzbag. WTKS.com. 888-978-1041. What's his name again? Jim Phillips. The Jim Phillips Bucket of Jizz Show, which is 3 to 7 on the East Coast. 888-978-1041. This guy is a cock in a glad baggie.
Yeah.
Smash him.
Call him up and ruin his show.
And if you're just tuning in and you're wondering why we're calling in an assault, just listen to the replay that starts in a couple minutes.
We'll tell you in a few minutes.
We will. I think we
start the show with it.
Pretty much. Within the first half hour, I think. Drew Boogie, thank you so much for the new WoW remix.
Sure thing, brother.
Show today. Definitely. It was a lot of fun. Laszlo, what do you got going on?
Go check out some of the show production at lazlow.com.
Cool.
Could you bring some of that in so we could,
I did, but we didn't get to it.
You got more stuff?
Well, I got a couple things, yeah.
Can you come back tomorrow or something after you get fired from K-Rock today?
I got to get ready for my big Alaska trip, dude.
Yeah, he's going fishing in Alaska.
You can't tease that you had other production that we didn't play?
Just leave it here.
I'll bring it in, dude.
All right, bring it in next time?
He'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even get to the fact that he's going to Alaska to fish.
What are you trying to catch? Fat Eskimos?
I want to see the place where it melts.
Ooh, Alaska blows.
Tomorrow.
Ugh.